fact, I just got a triple kill, but I forgot to record it. Oh, it's really close. It's like right here.
Thanks.
I mean, we'll definitely.
Wait, there's 4 Me and Gavin just pushed the payload. Y'all just, they can't even get on payload. Gavin, we can dance on payload all day. You can do it. Do the honors.
Okay, I have to go.
This was a funny game. Good game, Gavin.
Good game. Who got POTG?
That was a really funny game.
Oh,
That was so funny.
Yeah, the gold.
it was your ult.
I like how we just pushed it all the way back. No, it was accidental, okay, see? I actually ulted, but I'm like, they're all just gonna die anyways. So, good games, Gavin.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, kasi yang deh. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna save it. Cool play. Man.
we can't even do the service, huh? Because they can't even find the body.
Jaws, and he put Banana onto Sinatra, who's now very aggressive. Needs to get away. Soon's in the back line. He probably slams his right. Oh, the headshot of a boom. I don't know about that one, Mock, man. Whoops, daisy. Well, there it is. They eventually win a fight. Jobs on the payloads. They need to be able to touch and need to be able to get this next point. US could potentially get back in here as 6 and defend. That was so aggressive from US. They were playing up to France's spawn. I've not seen that on Vanna before. Picking up both of their offensive ults here to try and clear France off. Jaws soon needs to strike first. He needs to strike well. Needs to make sure there's no kinetic grasp. He's already so low. He chooses a strafe walk. He's behind people now. Just wants to make sure he can check them. Corey gets taken out instantly when he uses that bottom. Beautiful boot there from onto Soon to push him away. He's teleporting away, but Blink was too good. Super now chewing the head off of Chubbs. The supercharger's going to come out as well, and France are in dire straits. There's going to be a supercharger out, but they need to be able to destroy it. Corey on the traces to get back in time, and the fluctual space is going to send everybody sky high. This is going to be it. If they're not careful, it's the only healer alive for France now. With Space takes control of the game. This is it. USA are going to take the series 3-0. That is Space looking absolutely fantastic on the Sigma. We didn't see too much of him in the playoffs, of course. He was on LA Valley, moving now over to the LA Gladiators. Evidently, he's been grinding on this Sigma. What I really loved was he was floating up after using his gravitic flux in that fight outside.
All right, so there you see USA taking that one against France in dominant fashion. They look incredible. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about everything that we just saw, try to make some sense of it. We'll see you on the other side.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of BlizzCon. Facebook Gaming, a world of play. Samsung.
So Josh, you going for our Drive Safe and Safe discount?
Yep, using the app, driving safe. Wanna go, bro? Do not mess with my discount.
Get a discount up to 30% with Drive Safe and Save.
Every superhero has an origin story. Thus is the US Lakers.
Last chance effort against that, EMP. You have to play something.
And here's Denmark, China. This looks like a miracle push that's going on right now. Could seem like a panel very well from Zoe.
Yeah, I mean, China is really bringing their A game there with all of Jinmu's different plays, but Denmark is having a really, really good push, and honestly, no matter what China is doing right now, they don't seem to be able to win those crucial team fights and get those crucial picks, whereas on the other side, we're seeing a lot of great gameplay from Denmark.
Oh, the great Fox. Oh, wow. Man.
Unless...
I don't want to say it's a Charlie Niner, because it's not. But
Not really.
I felt like one.
That's what we always talked about when we talked about graphic flux and overtime and the power it has.
It's
That
so
was
good.
beautiful.
It's a forced Charlie Niner waiting to happen. That is, I mean, you can't say it was really.
No.
But that was
Just
so
F9
great.
is force 9.
Yeah, yes, F's in the chat. Okay, so there you go. What an ending for that one there, and China continuing to show some dominance here. I understand we also have some other games that are going on as well. Russia, Canada, they just made it to Havana right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of matches going on. Map 2 seems to have concluded for most of these teams. You saw South Korea take down United Kingdom as well. Pretty dominant. South Korea held them on the first point as well. So United Kingdom, they have to reverse sweep the series against South Korea if they want to win it. But of course, it's just the first round of the group stage, and all these teams have a chance. There's a lot of fans from France in the crowd right here, and they went down against the United States, but they still have a chance to run it back.
Well, you mentioned the South Korea UK match. I understand we do have the final moments of that game. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. On Nubani, it was just South Korea continuing to dominate as per the usual for this team year in and year out.
Oh, absolutely. And they make it so difficult for the United Kingdom as well because they're playing this Hanzo and Thora style, which means that they're so far back, right? So there's a lot of projectile damage coming from far away. United Kingdom, they can't really go up and pressure South Korea. So very well played so far by South Korea.
Yeah, I mean, the UK really tries. They're coming out with more gimmicky picks. We've seen that Tracer pick up. We've seen that May coming out to really try and stop what South Korea is throwing at them. But right now, they just don't seem to draft the upper hand.
Yeah, you gotta love the gimmick picks, but sometimes when you need all the chips on the table, it's all about playing the meta. Now we're looking at Russia versus Canada here, as we currently have the push here by the Russian Federation. They're up 2-0 in this series, and it looks like Russia could continue their dominance here on the world stage. Let's just bow out and take a listen to the commentary for this game, Russia versus Canada.
They're not gonna have a mate because that's the card. Canada, they have to give up second. Wait here for the next one at third. They're gonna wait for Rage to respawn. Is he gonna get the close one? He is. So this is good. Canada gonna have all 6 members alive. They come fight early, but look at the ult bank for Russia. Look at this. They're in an enormously good spot. I think Canada, they're gonna open with the Matrix here, but it's not the same. Oh, take Shadow went way too aggro. There's no need to even use the Blizzard. He threw the Blizzard away. He catches 2 members. He catches 2 members of Canada. Can't they clean him up? If he can't, then it's definitely a wasted Blizzard. And I can now conclusively say it was. It definitely was a wasted Blizzard, CB. And the final judgment of us after thorough review. Blizzard. We had to get the side cans. We had to get the side cans, the overhead, that threw the flag on the field, but that was definitely a wasted Blizzard. Unfortunate for Russia, but very fortunate for Canada, who needed this breath of life. But they should have used Supercharger at the end of the fight that really wasn't going anywhere. So a little bit of the way, so look at Negachu. Set up, ready to go. Shao goes down, and I think Negachu can kind of hold on here for a little bit. He's going for it. And the immortality field is already out. It's keeping everyone alive, but they need to kill it. They want to clean everyone here, and it's exactly what they're going to do. I have to say, a weird commit from Russia while they were down there at their spawn door and decide to amp Matrix Supercharger, hoping to take it. They didn't scout Negachu, so a good flank again from Negachu. And it's so important when you see this mirror matchup between the maze, when amp Matrix and Supercharger is out for the Bastion, it's up to the Blizzard. It's really up to the Blizzard to deny the value there. That's exactly what Negachu did. We'll go to the next fight. Now you have to look at people flying the sky. Surefour potentially going for air shots. Might stay in turn form, or can simply go tank. And Surefour going up to the left, and no, just opening with the flank. Surefour gets a turn, is straight to the skies. No falls. No ends up getting gunned down by Endlayer over the top, and this is problematic. And they're getting slept, getting back up. They did lose one. Russia not getting wiped here, can move forward. They have the amp Matrix available. They get back onto the card, but it's going to be amp Matrix versus amp Matrix here. Who's able to find the first frag? Love to see Endlayer gets pulled to his demise. Surefour on the fall through that agility sets up in Canada. They throw the Blizzard, zones Russia out of it. Wants to maintain positioning here on the card, and Surefour takes a nap. Doesn't know that. I wouldn't quite put that as quite as wasted as Shadow Prince earlier Blizzard, but I will deem that as a yellow flag, as a yellow card for wasted Blizzard for Negachu, because it wasn't ideal at that point. So they already won the Bastion War and they can't pressure the shield. They can't move forward. I just want to know sports versus you got from football to football. I know. I'm not for football. We got American hand into football. Okay, so we're trying to work out a very good wall and all combos coming out for Canada right now, who is making sure to keep in there as pressure as possible, not giving them any sort of space in position. Endlayer under the pressure, backs on out, and Russia just struggling to get through this final corner. They were speed running previously, and now just kind of gummed up a bit. But Negachu gets caught. The icicle to the head. Gives Russia a little bit more room. Endlayer says time to go. Activates his tank form, and Shepard. He's in the flank right now, looking for Blizzard. Look at the top of your screen. He's about to use it. drops the Blizzard right into the heart of Canada here.
He missed.
Did he miss? I think he missed.
I think he threw it way over.
Well, I don't know if he was ready directly there, and
it doesn't matter. That was Russia won the fight. They already had the position. Shadowburn still, despite not getting a lot of position value, he won the melee deal. He won the melee card because those are the designated card contesters. He got the icicle headshot. Now Russia have broken that defensive hold. The problem coming in, though, for Russia to finish it out is that Matrix and Blizzard are going to be over Canada. These are very strong holds for re-engagement.
You have to look towards Megachu here. How is Megachu getting? Oh, he's dead.
He gets out though.
He does Blizzard, but he's not able to help out right after. And Endler stays alive. It's still very, very good for Russia. And Endler, he's still up. Russia able to cover with the supercharger. Sure for you take away the fight. But what is he going to get on? His sight line isn't very good at the moment. And Russia just focusing on payload. You got to go over there. Sure for can't do it.
Russia, Ing, this man, he is, I mean, I want to say Ing because it's like the Avatar, is it Ing? I don't know, but this man is the Batiste field Avatar because that immortality field from his Batiste was incredible there. Megachu gave his life for the Blizzard. It taught multiple members, but he put the immortality field into the room there on the bottom right. You see it on your screen, and it was behind the wall. Canada could not go out and commit to kill it. It was such a valuable immortality field, and it's why it's such an incredible ability because it's essentially defensible on cooldown. Especially if you can play around walls, which you can very much do when you're running with a Bastion. That's why Batiste has been Bastion's best friend, really, since he's ever come out. And now Russia, they have managed to cap Havana, which is not an easy task. Havana is up there with Dorado, maps like that, where it is a miracle if you finish the map, and they managed to do that. So very, very good for Russia. Canada looking a little bit more alive on the last part of their defense, but really had a tough time in the first 2 points. Problematic for Canada to say the least, where, remember, the way the group stages work, we're only eliminating 2 teams from the group today. If you make top 3 in your group, you still make it to Saturday. However, if you end up as anything less than 1, you have to play an extra game, and you have to go against a tougher opponent, so it's not a great omen for Canada here so far. Russia now going to be on the defense, choosing to play this Bastion Mage strat once again. Going to be looking to hold very close. They don't want to take that strong position at the top, which is risky. That's very risky CP because a lot of times you can burn out so much time just by playing that high ground position that overlooks the main approach into the point. But they're going to hold that spawn doors. It's a volley classic. Some teams hold back, some teams hold forward, and Canada trying to be right over and deal with this pressure coming from Russia. And so far, Jolise is down, and Russia, they're just standing firm. Russia in there, going to get walled over the top, going to get frozen again, but good barrier there from Chao in there. This continually getting pocketed. Jolise maybe a little too aggressive initially on the Orisa. He didn't have a shield up and just fell over, so they didn't have a shield for the rest of the fight. That's the first fight down. Russia holding strong on the spawn doors. And I think you nailed it earlier when you said the tank play from Russia. It's simply been better. There's been better support for end layer than what Canada's been receiving in return. And Canada, they're just done playing Bastion v Bastion game. There's the immortality field. The wall over Megachu. Splits it from the immortality field that comes out. That is a good wall, and Canada gonna get out of there. If I'm Canada, I ride this train, I keep Surefour on the Reaper, and you don't mess Bastion the rest of the tournament. It's not your thing. So I think this is probably a lot better for them, especially because the Reaper fits Surefour's playstyle a lot more. Allows them to be like, I'm Surefour, I'm going to your backline, and I'm wraithing out. And that's a classic Surefour play. Well, you said the but really Surefour doesn't show the level of motion. It's just kind of the same face the entire time. Yeah, it's like more of an emotionless struggle. Yeah, but either way, it was a good combo play from Canada. Good wall from Megachu to split from the immortality field to allow them to continue forward. Canada on the way through, and Surefour just not caring. Right in Reese's face, starts back a little bit. The May slowing him down, and the May doing quite a bit of work here for Russia. Shadowburn drops the Blizzard in the middle, but Canada, they're able to get to the backline. They get through the Blizzard and just dive into Russia. There's a beautiful counter Blizzard there from Megachu. He drops his as well. They move forward, they catch the backline, and you notice earlier in that fight how Surefour kept tabs on in layer the entire time, and there was looking at the rotation. Surefour just takes the duel, forces the shadow step, and chases them around. That's Surefour saying, I'm going to take the aim duel. I'm 90 LG right now. Like, I will not lose. Oh, you have a swap up here for Russia. They're done with the Bastion. The air of Bastion is gone. We're back to Doom. Both the tangles from Russia about to come out here. There's the early supercharge visually. Surefour looking at the Beyblade. Temple back and stunned! Stunned out of the Death Blossom. What a play coming from Sigma now. The Flux. Canada going to the skies. Drop that down. Banning down the sound barrier. So Canada still totally fine. Surefour getting ready to walk forward. Pressure back and forth. Canada taking the foot off the gas for a moment as Russia gets better of them in the poke war. Oh, the pocket there for Tonic was huge. The pocket was huge for Tonic. Banning had to beat in time right after the Flux for Chao. And Tonic was getting RFO'd by the rest of Canada post beat. But the coalescence remained along with all the other healing coming out. Kept him alive. Allowed him to put out a late supercharger to win that fight. Very well played from the Russia backline to keep him alive. Canada on the approach once more. Still plenty of time here at point B, 3.5 minutes. Crimzo up, Coalescence. Chao could not get away. 6 on 5 Canada. Surefour free reign into the backline in main. His main was gone. Could not get away. And this is a very good team fight for Canada. Megachu also investing that Blizzard there. Not really able to catch anyone, but it does own the point. The fight had already almost won at that point, but it did guarantee it. Now Canada continuing forward, but look at Russia's ult bank coming back in here. Double DPSL, double support ult. This is rough. This is very rough here for Canada when you look at that ult bank. It's going to rely a lot on Surefour and Megachu. Surefour can maybe catch him over the backline. Megachu can wall off a beat. Something like that. They need some value here from the DPS. There's something in pretty good position. Surefour can get directly to the back off the flank. It's a pretty easy flank at that. Russia, they've already opened the Coalescence. Shadowburn, diving in. Surefour's going to go in. Now's the time. Surefour. I don't know the back one's going to get Shadowburn. Meanwhile, on the other back line, takes out Banning. Time got in. Nothing to stop Shadowburn because Surefour was in on the flank. Now they're going to be cleaning up these kills here. Russia coming in, and they just needed something a lot sooner. Like you said, DP, they needed to keep the tabs on anyone. But because Canada had no support ults, they had no tangles to really take this engage to lock out his own. The DPS felt very free, especially with Surefour rotating out through the backline. Now Canada, 2 minutes left on the Savannah point B offense. Definitely behind in time relative to where Russia was. Just around to go. They're going to open up here. No, starting with the Flux. Russia going to respond with the beat in turn, so Russia's still totally fine. Now the counter with Flux in their own. Canada's the sky, and let out a fall from the Death Blossom gets 2. Well played, and you see that Shadowburn was dueling Surefour the entire time. Surefour kept them on check, but they weren't worried about the rest of the ult for Russia. They just survived the Flux, come forward to the Death Blossom with the Death Blossom supercharger, which is such an effective combo once the ultimate been used and the cooldowns burn. Minute 30, left for Canada. This is the fight CP. Russia, they don't have much of the bank. Megachu has Blizzard. This is the fight they must. Ideally, they only use a supercharger or something like that to win it. They don't have to invest too much. I think they're going to open with Blizzard. It's very likely. I think the key part for Megachu, though, can't get his life while going for it. They need a full 6, ideally. We see it on the flank. Blizzard, ready to go. Looking for the Reapers. Don't have the Shadowburn's taking down Surefour. And Blair, down. Megachu able to do that. Gets the Blizzard out. It's up to work in the heart of Russia, but it is enough. Megachu doing very good disruption. Russia, Canada coming in from the front. And this is a team fight they needed. Megachu definitely getting what was necessary there. Early pick for Shadowburn, but they had the ult they needed. They also invested in the supercharger, so both the Blizzard and supercharger used for Canada. But that's fine. That's fine considering that they're going to get second. They're not going to get stopped here, but they did have to commit a lot of ults. I'm sure they wish they were going to have later. Shadowburn, a little bit delayed, not really doing much. Simply frozen on out. So we know Canada very low on time. Only 37 seconds remaining. They should get point B and they'll get a few cracks at point C. Cart going to be rolling on in here. A much slower time for Canada coming through second comparatively to Russia before. Little under 2 minutes on the clock as Russia. Going to rush on in, going to take this very aggressive fight, but Ing already down, sniped by Surefour in the back. We're going to cross the corner and see Surefour staring in the face. Not the best situation. Megachu falling on the other end, Canada moving forward, and despite Megachu falling, still should be. No, it's not okay. Shadowburn swoops in out of the shadows, deals with that, and now Russia, a little more DPS presence moving forward, and Jolie says, well, who needs DPS? I'm a DPS. Russia going to be falling here on the card. Jolie's coming a very late supercharger ZP. That is something that Canada's going to wish they had for this upcoming fight, because you look at this tankle, you look at the fact that they don't have a Blizzard to deny the supercharger for Tonic coming up. This is rough that they don't have it now. Canada, final minute left, and you're absolutely right. Supercharger would make this next fight easier, but they're still in an okay spot.
punch coming out in there, down again, Sherford, just trying to get as many picks as he can. Fight, you see the flux out, they get Chow. Okay, fight over, they're going to be fine. Russia, you need to reset.
Russia, I think they're kind of happy with this. They made Canada burn several ultimates, they have time to regroup, and we are in the final fight territory, so Russia, one good fight, and they can end this.
Nearly 6 ults on the bank, CP, you are so right. They just saved ult, they just had ult. And in fact, Canada did them a favor by winning that fight so quickly, getting the early pick. Now they come out, and they can burn everything without fear, they can burn it all.
They need another pick, no, Manchu, Kappa, Shadow, the exact opposite. Well, Canada needed, already getting poked down. And you look at Emler just chasing down the boy run, nowhere to go. Russia flexing their ultimate advantage directly to Canada's face. And 12 seconds left, Canada,
they need to go stall here, they need to go fast here. Sherford swapping on over to the Tracer, no, going over the Hammond. They need to touch the point, they need to get there 2 seconds left, but the position is so bad for them. Russia still has ult.
Emler gonna start death blossom already, enough to take down Note. They have stall already down, and Canada falling one by one. Not enough power to deal with what Russia has. They use the Blizzard, but that's not nearly enough. And Canada unable to get even the pity map here at the end. It is a clean sweep for Russia.
3-0 for Russia now. We're all just full delay. Note coming back. It is a slow but surely done fight. But Russia coming out in 3-0 in Canada. Who could have expected that?
Unbelievable. I didn't expect that coming in, even though I figured Canada might be a little bit weaker than the norm.
Russia gets a 3-0 against Canada. We're going to break that down and so much more when we come back after this.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready. Intel, the official CPU partner of BlizzCon. Cisco, the official networking partner of BlizzCon. And by HyperX. We're all gamers.
And as the matches continue to dial down here for round number 1, here is a look at what we've seen so far. South Korea and the United Kingdom are still in their matchup in Havana. We'll actually jump into that in a little bit. South Korea up 2-0. United States gets a hot 3-0 versus France. Canada loses to the Russian Federation. They get swept 3-0. And then we have China and Denmark still going on right now. We here are covering all of the action. Each game is being broadcasted here on this stage. We're just jumping into bits and pieces, giving you the highlights, the important parts, and most importantly, giving you our faces. That's the thing that everyone cares about. I'm, of course, Golden Boy, joined by Zoe and Reinforce here. And Zoe, this Russian team, they look great. Amazing, dare I say.
They do. They are putting up a fantastic show right now, and I think that is an unexpected kind of treat we're getting to watch on stage. Their poke has been phenomenal. I think they play the right compositions into what Canada throwing at them. On the beginning of Havana, it was pretty much just a Bastion made battle between the two teams, and lo and behold, they forced Shore 4 off Bastion. Shore 4 himself had enough, even though he does like playing that Bastion, not against Russia. We just had a better support system for their Bastion. I think Baptiste did a phenomenal job of keeping him alive, and Lair just like mowed through them.
Yeah, and I think it's worth talking about how open this group B is, because you're looking at this group and we have Canada, China, Russia, Netherlands, and then Denmark. Like, this is a wide open group, so we're just seeing this first round the results come in and which teams establish themselves as the best. So I think for now, China looks like the number 1 team in Group B, but it's worth remembering, of course, the format of this system going into tomorrow's playoffs. The number 1 seed of each group, they're going to be seeded into the semifinals, and then number 2 and number 3 from each group, they're going to go head-to-head in the quarterfinals tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to seeing Group B, which of these 5 teams can actually establish themselves in the group.
And just speaking of China, I saw it off the side of our 1,500 screens that we have in front of us here. Yeah, you saw it recovered. That China actually did win out on Havana 3-0, so they have managed to win that one. We might have a clip of the final moments. We'll find out in just a second here. And yes, we do have it. So let's go ahead and take a gander at the final moments as we have Eileen there rocking the Widow as always. It's just good, nice to see Eileen just playing the Widow there.
Yeah, and of course we see a lot of Orisa Sigma so far, but then there's so many variations of this composition. So in this circumstance, we have both teams, Denmark and China, playing the Widowmaker and the Hanzo, which we don't see quite a lot. And then we have Senora coming out of Denmark, so it's worth talking about how all these teams have different styles. And as we see, China, they managed to win it out 3-0, and they're looking really good so far this World Cup.
You might be right there, Johnny, that China could be the force in Group B to look at, but another force year in and year out here at the Overwatch World Cup is South Korea. They're up 2-0 against the United Kingdom. This is going to be the push now for the UK in Havana, and so far, it's looking okay. It's okay. But here's the thing, and Zoe, I just want to bring you in real quick before we jump into the commentary. The UK knew that this was going to be a tall order from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, if there's ever a good warm-up game, it's going to be the one against South Korea. That's, like, not to say it a little bit maybe that first one, but you get it out of the way, and that's good, because everything to come after that should feel a little easier for the UK.
I like to refer to it as the first pancake. You ever make pancakes and then
the first one
the first pancake never comes out particularly good, you know? Like, it looks okay, maybe has a little bit too much butter.
Where you just eat it, you know?
Yes, you just eat it anyway because you know, I'm fat and that's just what I got to do.
Put it down there, you're good.
There you go. Well, you know what? Production told me to shut up, so let's just jump into the game and go ahead and check out UK versus South Korea.
Proving up, Arctic could be looking for the opening.
Has a blade, no nano, because you don't even need it. We got this sucker on your team. Go for critical. That's it. No fear in his eyes. Oh, maybe a little bit. Oh, because we're going to a little, just a tiny bit of fear would have been necessary.
Yeah, that Genji feeling this struggle in this current metagame, not able to challenge Moira, one of the most difficult heroes. For Genji to take down, but oh no, this could be a late pickup ever from the United Kingdom, chasing down Troy in the flank. He's doing his best to annoy the players in the United Kingdom, but they're still alive, they're still shoving card, and with no tank to actually stall the card, this could mean South Korea looking to hold third point. Remember, they did cap with extra time, they're fine getting up this point, as long as they can get a good hold now.
Well, you've gone through the tutorial of Havana, now you did level 2, now you're going to level 3 with only a minute 30, so much distance you have to cover. I'd be surprised if they can finish, this is tough.
Definitely though, they do have a big opening advantage. Troy, oh, almost caught up by Kim. Great position on the wall, Garvey, teleporting in, going to be forced away very soon.
Blizzard, he's waiting for the raid, and then he'll throw in, maybe waiting on the barrier. Blizzard thrown from Kim, zones up front of the court, actually only freezing Mono, but it's still an important pick that they will get. UK find themselves 5 games of distance.
South Korea diving on the card, just trying to get any pickups they can to stall the offense from the United Kingdom. But remember, that was a majorly disadvantaged fight, but United Kingdom so tactical there, making minimal ultimate commitment, keeping their ult bank advantage. But Dosen coming up on the coalescence, but it's Cruz with a massive beat advantage. Architect bringing out the fair and IDK to the mercy. I love this last minute swap. United Kingdom, they won't be able to switch to counter heroes. They'll need to rush on the low ground. Architect's been so devastating, sniping down, constantly putting damage. Oh, another combo from Mono. Everyone in the United Kingdom dropping low. They need to stay alive here.
I was one direct away from a dead fight. UK, ult bank, not using anything yet. Don't die from Architect, that is plan A. Plan B, take the castle, take the princess. Coalescence, take down Mono. No supercharge for South Korea, that is fine. Now their ultimate, it's their turn to party. Gravitic Flux, UK, survive. Now they've exhausted almost every ultimate. It's up to KSP. What you can do, dodging the rock with the rage, finding his way into the back of the death blossom. The single shot, shifting more damage to deal Triomphany. He assists with the freeze from Cam, but Carpe, out of nowhere. UK, still have a chance.
Everybody's two, somehow he's still alive, still flaking. The spot coming from South Korea without those headshots. This would mean nothing. Team UK stumbling at the last hurdle. Carpe somehow managing to turn this fight around. Could he possibly do it?
Carpe making UK feel like fish out of water, but United Kingdom still swimming. Blizzard not letting South Korea touch Triomphany and his Moira. Should be able to buy themselves some time to have closer respawn. Carpe with 2 and 3. South Korea wins.
3-0 and in brutal fashion. Carpe showing why he was chosen for this team. What an insane level of play from Carpe. I mean, all series long, this Hanzo, the Widow, making...
All right, well, that was a thing that we all watched live happen in front of us here at BlizzCon. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about how Carpe did not die and apparently is still alive even after the break. We'll be right back.
The 2019 Overwatch World Cup is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready. Omen, the official PC and display of the Overwatch World Cup. And by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of the Overwatch World Cup.
Last 2 years, represent France is a huge honor for us. When eSport was recognized in US or in Korea, it wasn't in France.
Unbelievable! 3 now to suit!
It's not representing a team, it's representing a nation, and there's a ton of people watching you because they are French and they want us to win.
Oh, welcome back, everyone, to the Overwatch World Cup. Look at that. That's awesome. Hey, I'm Golden here alongside with Zoe Reinforced, and I did get word that Carpe is still alive on the point right now.
Still alive, yes.
He's still alive.
They got him to a pot of water.
Yes.
The fish will survive.
The fish will survive. And you should know this because you come from a small fishing village in Sweden.
Yes, I don't know where to go with this. Thank you.
But I will be keeping track throughout the day of how often you actually have
a tally of Golden Boy's terrible jokes. Excellent.
Two fishing
The pancake
villages.
reference was really on point, though.
That's true.
I'm still thinking
It
about
didn't fall flat, did it?
Oh,
You're welcome, Seth.
yeah. I would ask for the crowd to boo you, Zoe, but I know that they won't do that.
Oh,
So
that was a great joke.
It was a great joke. Dare I could say it was. No, I was gonna do
Too
it.
hard.
It was a well-rounded joke.
Oh,
But
man.
just,
Dare I say it was a little buttery.
today.
It was a little buttery of a joke. No, that doesn't work. Okay, never mind then. I move on.
Stretch, but we go.
It's stretch. Okay, so
People
I
are leaving the crowd around.
People are actually
Everyone
exiting.
has guys in here.
They paid money for that.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad for everyone who has to witness this. So now, first round matches have video games. Yay, have completed. We basically were in Sweep City there, Johnny. Lots of matches went 3-0 route, and
This is very surprising, by the way, because we thought that all of these groups were going to be pretty even, actually. But at the end of the day, a lot of 3-0s coming out. France, for example, a team that has historically done really well in the World Cup, got 3-0 by the United States. Denmark went down 3-0 as well to China. I still think Denmark can bring it back, as we've heard so much about this roster. If you've ever been in a room with a Vast, he loves talking about Denmark for some reason. So this is a really stacked roster, and I'm looking forward to the next matches.
Yeah, I wonder what's his infatuation with it.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
They have great desserts.
Yeah, they do have great desserts. That's actually very true.
The thing with France is, as you just mentioned them, and them being previously very good in the Overwatch World Cup, I'm still not entirely sold on the roster to actually bring into the
Agreed.
World Cup. I do think that there are other players within that country which could have potentially done a bit more, but hey, that is not to say that they can't bring this baby home, right?
Well, to that
Everything's
note-
still open. That was the first game, after all.
Yeah, of course. But to that note, I think a lot of these World Cup teams, they're starting to swap out the players we've seen in the past. You know, it's been a bit of an era, 2016, 17, 18. We've seen a lot of these historic veterans in Overwatch really establish themselves, but I think this is a year when a lot of countries are looking to move on. In France, with that, they're moving on from a lot of these veterans, and we can say the same about Sweden. You know, Tvik is not in the lineup this year. Instead, we have people like Snillo, Erki, Rat playing the DPS roles. So as we see this team right now going against the United States, I think Sweden is a team that's sort of rebuilding, but still they're here at the group stage, and I think they're showing a lot of promise for future years.
Real quick, Sweden, can they beat the USA?
Well, the crowd is going to be against me, but yeah, there's a few Swedish jerseys out there.
Hey, look at that.
There's a few fans. Yeah,
Look at that. Some golf claps out there for Sweden. I like that. Okay, well, let's jump into the action now. Zoe's losing her mind over here. We got Sweden and the United States, and we'll hop into the commentary.
To get around the barrier, most importantly, and secondly, they did not have a beat to stop Space's Flux there. So Space went ahead and committed it and guaranteed the fight win. So 80% available for the US now.
For Sweden, I think it all comes down to the Flux. They can land a good Flux, they have an opportunity, but they just need to time this properly. Because you look at the United States, they don't have a beat to deal with this. So Sweden, they want to beat of their own. Elbow, still looking for the Flux, able to fight. Emo, stop her, down. This is Erki, but super finishes him off as Corey. Spins to the side. Snillo does the same on the other end. It's 5-on-5 right now. Elbow did not get much off the Flux. Corey working into the back. Sweden, though, still kind of scrapping their way into the fight. They grab the lessons, trying to power through space, getting pressured a bit for the back, but Corey drops down out of nowhere.
Corey in the house. He won't be stopped. He's gotten 3 picks already in this fight. He's continuing. He's a monster. He's fighting the VC Rockets, dropping down healer real quick, and then clean up here on the point. Corey fighting those in 4th picks throughout the fight, just being the Reaper madman. That's US taking the first round.
And one thing I think is really defining the United States right now, what an incredibly aggressive team. You're talking about a team that is channeling their inner Brad right now. I don't feel like I'm watching Team USA. I feel like I'm watching Selfless.
It is a team with a lot of aggression, and you know they have a very strong coaching staff this year. We saw that they had Arrow, they had Harsha and Junkmonk, Harsha of the Titans, and Junkmonk of Shock.
Of the Outlaws.
Now of the Outlaws. That's true.
Keep up with the times. F5 season.
That's what happens. I'm still on print media, man. I'm still on print media. I need to get my printing presses just aren't keeping up. I need to go to the new person phones and reading digital text. But United States now currently up 1-0 here on Oasis. Sweden using still just to get that TP, trying to get a little bit faster. It is a mirror matchup once again. Corey taking a little bit longer to get off the special this time, so he's actually going to be a bit behind in the spike. It won't be too much of it.
Sweden trying to match aggression with aggression, but here comes Sinatra, and there goes Sinatra. Just be the time, just like he's got this on lockdown. No, he doesn't. Not quite.
And that was a very good fight there. Sinatra flying in and then flying out very immediately.
He took the plane in and he took the teleport to spawn out. Is what we actually saw.
Sinatra unfortunately just overcommitting, getting caught there. It was a good hit from Snow. Snow keeping the we're just laughing at Sinatra.
It was just a hit.
Snow keeping Sinatra in check there. Now Sweden, they won the first fight. Be walking forward, just team trying to get this aggression onto the US. They're going to back up. Colettes is available. Sinatra fighting Erky.
A little bit better engagement with Sinatra this time. Trades out for the other Doom, ends up falling super low. Getting in position to the point. Corey backing up. 40 HP. The heals are there. Corey looks for still in danger. Corey still here in the back. Still quite a bit lower. Has not been killed up. And Corey just charging forward. Corey taking that duel there. Still getting pocketed by the US. They need to rotate back to the point. They need to take control. Super going to find Ellie now. Now US just played tight. Still dropped the death loss and completely negated. I think moved away from the rest of the US. Sinatra again dealing with Erky early on. And Corey a free road directly into Locious. Not much about that.
He almost lost that duel actually. Locious actually almost burned a headshot and taken down despite the lifesteal. Beautiful tracking, as we say. United States now with the reflip. They're about to have 6 ults in the bank, so a very stacked fight for the US coming in here. Sweden ideally would just like to do eco pushes. They have the control take advantage. They want to remove ults from the US and not use too many of their own ideally.
It's only about one fight advantage though, so they can't rely on it too much. Sweden moving in, already getting poked down so heavily. Corey, no mercy towards Locious. The United States getting a little bit poked down, but still finds space to use Flux. Flux used by Sweden at the same time, and I don't know if use the Flux there. I don't think it was the right opportunity.
Moth didn't even beat for that Flux. They saved the beat here, which means that for the following fight that even if Locious decides to commit the supercharger, US is going to beat and walk forward and roll over him. They're actually going to walk on top using the doormat cosplay as we said in the past.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. Given how aggressive the United States is, you just use Flux. Moth is going to be looking for the most aggressive beats.
Sweden now coming back in. They do have meters right. They have supercharge available. Very potent ults for this fight, but they're going to have to deal with this beat from Moth. I imagine it's going to come very soon. But
Space is down. The beat wasn't in time. Moth waited far too long. And Space is Sinatra. They paid the price.
Oh, the US, it seems unlikely to win this fight, especially with Super going down. That late beat really fighting there in the end. Erky finding Corey in the back line. And despite the big advantage the US had, sure, they're going to get some time to make. That's just one fight.
I'll give you some credit. One part of your prophecy was correct. It wasn't during that cosplay. It was the United States.
There's a good time burned up the clock, but a lot of ults invested. Sweden going to get a reflip now. Getting in with this bullet. It's so aggressive. They're chasing out Space again. Space says, please let me live. And Space says no. No, you go back to spawn.
So I ripped one pair of toes on the server. That's all votes.
No, don't you start with me. Don't you start with me with toes. Gustav, though, going to get caught by Super. Some beautiful aim. We heard he has a good aim at the video boot camp. Apparently he has the best aim at the Team USA. As Marta said, it's
well, there you go.
So this is proven.
Snillo immediately getting knocked out of Death Blossom. Sweden trying to take his forward. Elbow in real danger. Episode down. Down goes Elbow. And Sweden just a little bit too far forward. And the United States still gets fun. Not only every take, but the last fight will be decisive.
Also did not have to commit really any ult besides Coalescence. It's very, very cheap. A cheap ult to use to win a fight. They equalize the control banks now with Sweden. So it's very close when you look at both these teams. It's still not a bad ult bank coming up here for Sweden. But this is the fight. It's the last fight. They have to win this or else the map's going the way of the United States.
United States, 93% overtime. About to be upon us. Sweden going to open up with the Flux. Raucus gets with the Raucus and starts on. And Sinatra to the back. The meteor strike as the Flux was in progress. Far more impactful. The United States are taking map 1 against Sweden.
And you can see the strategy there for the United States is that once Sweden walked in, they realized they didn't have beat. So Sinatra went deep to the back line. Super and Moth using movement all to set up that meteor strike, knowing that the Flux was going to come out. And they did not have anything to mitigate it. It was a beautiful move using that aggression to just go into Sweden.
Sweden going for a little bit of delay here, hoping for some form of miracle. They've got more stall than expected, but it's not enough. Just they were far too steady.
Gustav dropping that beat. Not able to keep on alive, stuck in the pit, trying to climb up. He's like, please let me up. No. And a very, very aggressive squad here. Sweden putting up some good fights. The United States using that aggression to their favor and winning the first map.
So the United States will be very strong, but I have to say, even Sweden in defeat, this is still a stronger Sweden than we've seen in the last few years, and it just comes down to the fact that we have a new age of Swedish talent upon us.
Sweden has a lot of young talent coming up, and they're coming from.
All right, so that was going to be the control game for USA versus Sweden. Another team that we haven't had a chance to check out is the Netherlands. We're going to be going up against China right now, and let's just get some preliminary thoughts real fast because the Netherlands certainly have surprised a lot of people here at the Overwatch World Cup.
They have, and I think they're rolling up a really good roster again. We have some familiar faces with Visility, for example, in their lineup, which are currently on stage, and the coaching stuff as well. They do have experience within contenders within Overwatch World Cup, so I can't wait to see what that team can bring to the table.
Absolutely, I think players to look out for us on this Netherlands team is A10 playing the Reaper and Tri-Spear on the Moira specifically. Remember, the Netherlands, this is a team that knocked out Finland in the prelims yesterday, so they definitely had the power to knock some of these teams out. China is a powerhouse. It's going to be hard, but they stand a chance. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's right. Well, it seems like we're right back into the action. Let's jump on into it. It's Netherlands versus China.
Also, Anjin move up in the air. Looking to get some early pokes looking towards that barrage. It'll be absolutely deadly, and we can find spaces that the university offers. For now, though, just posturing on the point. Netherlands, if they want to be able to take first control here, they would be in a much better position if Jinwoo cannot have that defensive advantage over France. Eileen's already down, so that's one ground force down for China. Doesn't mean they're not getting as much pressure. Nice little aggressive boot there from Crusade to try and find the Rissa kill, but didn't manage to quite get him off the edge of the map. And Netherlands do manage to take control of the point for now. Bruce just trying to bang down the hatch. He needs to support Dancers. Tri-Spear's built his way up to a Coalescence. Kyo is much further behind. Does not have that additional close range DPS to kill through. Now he's got the offensive goal. I mean, you might as well, to be fair. He also gets killed off by Bruce on the sidelines. Now China in shambles. As they do manage to escape rather fast. I say that as Jimmy's kind of staggered out a little bit here as well. A lot of healing coming after Tri-Spear. They should have a Coalescence up once again. Jimmy's going to have to be so risky here, trying to go for an aggressive play with the barrage, but it doesn't matter because A10's already dead. And Bruce and 2 can't use that shield to deflect all of that damage coming through now. And he's going to be up to dance to try and do something, but it doesn't matter because Eileen taken over the game and taken over the frontline. Netherlands takes out Visility and helps killing off Tri-Spear as well. China, with only a 1 ult fight, do manage to find a flip. They didn't need that 1 ult jaws. Eileen probably going to save that. We're going to have 6 ultimates ready for this next fight. Netherlands going to be sitting on a singular sound barrier. So many threats to put up against. Where are you going to decide to put this in your Crusade? This is all about, look at this shield. This is great. If we see Jinwoo go above the shield and barrage down, they're going underneath her. Yeah. Maybe we'll see a similar setup here if Elsa can be on the same page as Jinwoo. Just keep entirely protected. Nice little hold. There's the beat, comes up Crusade. Every surviving for now, but the barrage onto the heads as well. Bruce didn't stand a chance. Neither did Visility. The Coalescence to try and find something, but Tri-Spear just mainly wanging it around. That's what? I don't know. Wanging it around. Well, speaking of things that you want to show off, Jaws, I want to show off a little bit of tech that happened there. We know that when Sigma uses prevent Flux, he can float upwards. During that, Elsa actually floated upwards, so he was between Netherlands and the barrage of Jinwoo, so he could use not only a shield, but also kinetic grasp to dodge or absorb incoming damage that could have stopped that barrage damage from coming down. It was huge play from Elsa. A big question coming into this World Cup was how good is Sigma thus far? It's looking like he's very much on the same page as Jinwoo as A10 is feeling so sneaky. Eileen going to go down, commits his whole self, and that was a really distraction play from A10. You saw Eileen just use that pole driver to land himself in the middle of Netherlands. They end up finding the flip as well, as A10 just caused so much havoc in the back just by existing for half a second. He gets taken out in the end, but it doesn't matter at all because Netherlands find the flip. Eileen right now zoned by Visility. A10's going to be able to come back using his shadow step, has that awesome ready to go, but they need to make sure they can force out kinetic grasp from Elsa, which is going to be so easily mitigated.
Nice little wall there, separating the rest of Team China. And Kush Wei goes down so low. His super charge is going to get destroyed rather quickly as well. Look how haphazardly it was placed just in the middle of the choke where the wall was. Blocked out most of that damage boost as well. And now Netherlands with 80% on the board take out Jinmu, who uses a rather aggressive barrage to try and make something work. And now this Netherlands potentially taking this first down. Taking down Evil, at least taking him out of the air. A10's picked off overall. That will not be able to get going fast. A10 Crusade going to go down. Aiden's so aggressive with his meteor strike, but they're going to run into Netherlands with almost 6 ults of their own as soon as Crusade comes back as well. Bruce going low, but the Coalescence keeping him alive. He's set up for the flux here to take the W in his fight. He's got himself a Death Blossom. He's going to be able to find his target. Jinmu already goes down though. Visibility on the side, managed to freeze him up. But Kush Wei going so low as well. Now down to flanking Arissa with the help of Crusade, taking out Eileen. And Netherlands pushing China off the point. They're going to be able to clear them out. OT ticks through, and Netherlands tie Oasis up 1-1. Beautiful there from the Netherlands. They forced Eileen to use that meteor strike. They kept their ults for the fight afterwards. We bring ourselves to 1-1 here on Oasis. And the underdogs, certainly the underdogs, potentially the entire group of Netherlands. A10 and Vasily looking super good, but so is Brucen. What you really need to take notice of during this match, go watch a replay here as well, because you're going to see some really good stuff from these Sigmas. Brucen, he is basically on Jinmu duty, that's all he's really doing. Occasionally he has to defend dance just when usually aggresses onto him, but mostly Brucen is concerned with projecting that experimental barrier towards Farah, forcing these repositions, and mitigating the potential for damage that aerial hero has. Facility now on the Farah, A10. Once again, teleport people forwards on the Symmetra. And 1v1ing Jinmu up in the high, up in the skies. A different comp here from Netherlands. I mean, Eileen putting on the Doomfist. A10 on the Reaper. They are Vasily. I'm set up in the air on the Farah. Trying to do against Jinmu is a brave prospect, but if you wanted your owl coaches, your owl scouts to see anything, it's you going 1-1 with potentially one of the greatest Farahs in the league alongside Ding. A10 right now, forced backwards, and to disengage while everyone's just looking over to Vasily, who's going to win out the Grand Wall. Bruce's gone so low. Tries to be able to get on that now. A10's almost negative ult charge, it seems. Only 20% Eileen on the 55 course to do this, going to be able to do so much more wipe the tanks to the front line with the instant kills and the displacement it offers, but A10's coming out of the kills instead this time. The outwards pressure from the Reaper just either destroying shields or forcing the Arissa to reposition rather fast. When we just play around the cooldowns of the Doomfist, Eileen is going to be able to take out Tri-Spear, but yeah, like you said, Tri-Spear's going to get res in the end. Both coalescences come about, and China now in a weird situation where they have to touch, otherwise it gets captained. As I say it happens. Netherlands find the first cap and now just need to stay on the point to gain some time. Time on their side, Vasily wondering where does he go up or does he go down? For now, he's all about firing rockets to the body of China. Oh, Eileen ends up getting directed on the Battle Mercy. He's going to try and find the Mercy, but Tri-Spear steals the kill. Netherlands still in control of the points, and look at the positioning they can get now. China going to have to walk through basically a barrage and a Death Blossom in these small chokes. And Jaws is exactly where you want to be if you're on the Farah. People move through chokes, you can hit them with these rockets. In comes a flux, can they follow it up? Bruce saving himself. So low with the barrage, just detonates the shield and takes them out with ease. He kills himself off, but like the issue is, Yveltal just stays back and takes out Facility. Yveltal just kind of does it all. What is this? He also kills Crusade. A res and killing the Farah Mercy combo. What more could you ask for from a Mercy? It's not Crusade go aggressive on him, I'll show you. I'm the Alpha Mercy right here. Playing this Overwatch 2 Mercy right here, expecting to be extra skills. Jinmu, for now, just has to poke away with these rocket skills. Wants to get towards that barrage as quickly as possible. Not only to use it to promote that fear factor in the Netherlands. Make sure that Bruce is not comfortable using his kinetic grasp for other folk that can come in. Jinmu's in such a good position here too, using that doing his kind of backboard as well to get a little bit of extra splash damage. And now he's chased off Facility, and Crusade have to come about once again. And this forces China to forces Netherlands to just back off. China can play so far aggressively just on Jinmu's positioning. True, like Giga 9 head action come through from China. And at the end of the day, Netherlands having ults doesn't really matter all too much because they have to put themselves in a more dangerous position by pushing themselves through this choke. 42% now for China building up. Netherlands are going to try something rather aggressive as A10 teleports to the high ground. Dance moving in. A10 doesn't have this rifle anymore. He can't get too aggressive unless he's using that Death Blossom to give himself the additional healing. He's got his Mercy. He's straight for it, but doesn't manage to fight all of anything. The damage resist from Goose Way makes sure he can stay alive in the fight. And China continue to hold regardless of Netherlands' positioning here. The Coalescence plus the holds brings everything together, chunks everybody low, and now China can just play with their food as Netherlands are forced into this small house. He also has a robbery, pops it instantly. They want to put the dagger in the heart of Netherlands in this fight, Jaws. Flux coming out from both teams, Eileen with the perfect shift in order to get out of it in time. Yveltal and Jinmu take the fight to them. Crusade and Dan's going to go down, and China now on 80% and building up as Netherlands expend almost all of their ultimates in this fight for almost nothing. When it comes to survival, it all comes down to this, Jaws. The Netherlands need to bring it back in this next fight, or China's going to claim our first map for Oasis, and they're loaded for there. The elements are put down on these ramparts. We have the barrage, we have ourselves a Death Blossom. What's going to be there to defend them? Nothing but a Coalescence. Coalescence is super vulnerable to the Blossom, and Invisibility is already down. How is this happening? Elsa takes out Crusade too. Disaster strikes Netherlands. They try for the Coalescence, but it's not going to work. This is it. China are going to take the map. Jinmu's double damage boosted barrage ends it all. Triple kill for the Farah, and China take Oasis 2-1. Netherlands putting up a valiant fight here, potentially more than many would have expected.
And there you have it. China manages to take Oasis 2-1 there in dramatic fashion. We're going to cover all that and so much more after this.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of BlizzCon. Facebook Gaming, a world of play. Samsung SSD, performance gamers trust. Corsair, do your thing. And by NVIDIA.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Overwatch World Cup 2019 coverage here. We're at the checkpoint as we're looking at all the different games going on right now. In your top left, you have France versus South Korea. Then you have Sweden versus the United States, and then the Russian Federation going up against Denmark. We're going to talk about some of the games that we saw on top of the China game that we saw. China versus the Netherlands. China looking phenomenal yet again. You know, the Netherlands kind of gave us some fun looks there, but China, man.
They did, though, but I do think that Netherlands unexpectedly held their own. They held their ground. They did come out storming off the gates. I think they actually surprised the
Yeah, absolutely. I like that we saw Facility go head-to-head against Jinmu, who's a revered Farah in many ways. So we saw
Facility is such a deep hero pool. He can actually play anything.
He can play anything. So a very impressive Farah duel coming out in that game. Very exciting. So yeah, and then on top of which, you know, you got this Chinese team that has a lot of hype here at the Overwatch World Cup.
Absolutely.
Especially riding the momentum that they had last year. They addition of Hangzhou Spark, the Guangzhou Charge, Chengdu Hunters, like lots of new teams coming to the league, but also most importantly for these Chinese players, this was really an opportunity where last year Guxue made his name. He became a superstar, right? And then Jinmu also just shining throughout the league, right? Like this is, I think, just a great showing for this team here, year in year out.
Absolutely. I want to highlight this Eileen because I think he's played really well so far this tournament. So if China wants to make it deep this tournament, if they want to make it to the grand finals again, remember they got second place last year, very impressive. If they want to make it to the grand finals again, I think we'll have to look at Eileen as a player who could break out more than we saw from him in the Overwatch League.
Yeah, well, Reinforce calling it Eileen player to watch. But then, as we take a look at some of the other games that are going on here, we got Russian Federation versus Denmark. So real quick, before we jump into this game here, I do want to get some highlights on Russia versus Denmark. Your thoughts?
Yeah, oh man, they had some great plays already, so I hope you guys at home are watching all streams simultaneously. Russia did take the first round, however, Denmark brought it back second round. Fischer finally playing that Doomfist. It is what made him so dominant in the prelims, and now he's playing it out against Shadowburn, and it looks phenomenal.
And now on your screen, your eyes do not deceive you. France does have a point there against South Korea and Reinforce. Could France realistically win this one against the Koreans?
Well, absolutely. They showed it so far. They took one round, and they could take the second one for sure. South Korea, they're not looking as dominant as we usually think. Now, of course, they're always the favorite to win. They currently have 82% on South Korea, but France, they're still in it. They could bring it back.
Well, we'll see. It's going to go down to the final point here on Oasis. You have UberX on the call.
Fair enough. Trying to go for the whole hog. It's the sound barrier for France. They have to commit to this fight and get Drake over. It was very vulnerable, turning away with the scrap gun. Just the one kill. Architect needs healing apparently, but no one's really able to give it to him. Currently, his Leaf is keeping the healers of South Korea busy. France committed everything, well not everything, a bit, and they win the fight.
And now you see for the first time Toyota go over to Sigma. Do they change up the damage dealers though, or do they want to keep playing Hanzo Faras? It looks like, at least for now, we'll continue to see the Hanzo and the Faras. Architect goes to Soldier 76. Okay, yeah, that. Don't think we're going to see 76. Sorry guys, Architect goes over to Sombra now. So Sombra Fara potentially going to hack on one of these shielded really hacks on it. Chubbs or Tex 36 here, good spot.
Easy hack targets as well, Matt. I mean, you can't really move that Arista shield.
Nice wall though.
Can't prevent it with the defense matrix. Mine down. That Sleep Dart won't amount to much as South Korea are already beating a hasty retreat. Dragone's got to find Sharp there. That is so dangerous. France is supposed to be chasing for some kills here. And they're not going to commit the Blizzard because they're worried. There's a good chance of losing the main tank. Korea going to look in. Hackstar goes to the barrage, ends up blowing himself up there. Probably the Diva flyby by Tech 36 or something similar. France is back on the point, but this is by no means safe for them. Mano's already here. Look how quickly Chubbs is getting speed boosted into position. France is going to have to hang on now.
Oh, that's nice. So you get a hold into the hack, and that'll be Chubbs who gets the hack on him, so can't put down a new arena.
Oh, good. You see what he's trying to do there?
Yeah.
Take Architect out of a position where he can easily get an EMP, but that wasn't going to be the case. It was better in the hook connected. Large EMP, and Tech 36 can't do a thing about it. That would get back into his mech at the very least. Leaf, I mean, he's just hoping for something here. Eventually he gets hooked. He should have known it would be another time.
Oh, he gets saved there by Hacksaw. He's punching him out of the hook, but it's not looking good for France here.
Dragone's just floating around here. Looks like he's under anti-gravity as he comes up that high ground. Here's a whole hog to try and keep it. He got away from the point. It's actually going to work pretty darn well. Haas comes in on the tracer, which is the pick he's known for, but right now, it just isn't going to be enough. That's map 1, South Korea.
Clean win there outside of the first point for South Korea. So I think they've been so good throughout all the Overwatch World Cups in history, right? I mean, just so much talent.
All right, so South Korea, no surprise there, manages to come back down 1-0, and they take both rounds back-to-back. John, your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, and in spectacular fashion as well, because they brought out the Roadhog and Choyobin, and also they play the Sombra, which we don't see a lot. So this is another factor when you play South Korea, right? They like to bring out so many different hero picks. You don't really know what to expect out of South Korea, so they're bringing out a composition that they know what their goal is to do with the composition, right? But the opponents, they don't really know how to counter South Korea with all of these different picks. So another factor going in the way of South Korea really when they bring out the Roadhog and the Sombra like this. So very impressive of them playing many different heroes so far this World Cup.
It's almost as if South Korea, year in and year out, they could do whatever they want.
Exactly.
That's the most impressive thing here. So looking at Russia, Canada now, any thoughts before we go into that game? Because I do want to check that matchup out.
Russia's playing against Denmark right now.
Oh, sorry, Denmark, my bad.
So close, so close.
I took a gander at the flag. I looked at the flag, and
you guys don't even understand how hard it is to see.
Your public education system has failed me. Go on. So there you go.
Oh boy, we went there. Anyway, video games. Denmark just managed to bring it back. Russia had a really strong start into the second round. However, Shax on the Reaper. That's one of the heroes he's played a lot in the Overwatch League already, and we did see him succeed on that. He's doing the same for Denmark right now. They're making it really, really hard getting those crucial picks against Russia, who just keep on falling. They keep on losing their support players and just can't quite stabilize in those team fights.
Yeah, and I also want to give a shout out to Fischer as we see on the screen. He's doing this. He also has such a versatile hero pool, and that comes in handy for the World Cup when you don't really know what the meta is going to be. So very impressive stuff out of Denmark so far.
Well, let's hear the commentary real quick for the final moments of this game. It's Brendan Sideshow on the mic.
Got to see now Shadowbird's fine. Down the back and puts them in the air. Cypress left to the high ground. So it's got the safety, but it's going to be Stealer who brings it down. Fischer returns with another point to the zone. And it looks like Denmark are actually going to be able to do it despite making mistakes right this round, despite the fact that Russia have such a huge ult advantage. They have clutched this round out, and it's all down to Fischer. How they clutch this round though? Brendan need to deal with Tonic, and the longer that they spend dealing with Tonic, the more players are getting back from the Russian Federation. Okay, now the kills come through. I was worried for a moment. You almost jinxed me. I mean, they nearly jinxed you. What? Listen, what a strange performance on map.
Well, I think we cut Brendan Sideshow at the perfect time there as they bicker like an old married couple, and that's what we expect from the Brits. But then on the other side, you can have China versus the Netherlands here. China, again, back to this dominant position that they're in here. Let's just jump into the action because we just had a full wipe there for China. Beautifully done.
China's actually switched over to Kree because they realised that Jinmu is just taking over this game. What's super important in that kill feed as well? It's Eileen going after Bruce, and he knows he can penetrate the kinetic grasp. He knows he needs to get rid of that Sigma while Jinmu's barraging. Don't let him use that barrier. Don't let him use the accretion. Great synergy here from the Chinese DPS. And Guxue is making sure none of them are going to be able to get that spawn without paying for it. Supercharger is active. Nice couple of clicks. Eileen high in the sky there with the meteor strike. Leads into the Sam Q. The rest of Netherlands turn his way. They ignore the damage coming through from Geo. Bruce is going to go down. The Flush is going to send him up in the air as well. No extra DPS available. Crusade gets killed with B as well. Oh my goodness. Is that my boy Ajax? Disaster. China managed to cap the point. 2 minutes and 20 seconds as well.
So much time there that China managed to accrue. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to check out some more games here at the Overwatch World Cup 2019.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready.
So Josh, you going for a drive safe and safe discount?
Yep, using the app, driving safe. You wanna go, girl? Do not mess with my discount.
Get a discount up to 30% with Drive Safe and Save.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it. We're not just pilots and engineers. We are pioneers. Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds. Planes are piloted from the other side of the world. We turn night into day and fly missions in space. The future's not coming. It's already here. This is the future. Join us and be the future.
All right, and we are back again. We're going to quickly jump into a highlight from Blizzard World where the United States managed to fully stop Sweden in their tracks.
Oh no, it's terrible to watch.
You, Reinforce?
Oh no, it's terrible to watch. But this is what when you come into the game as well with the United States. They have such a rock solid lineup, of course. So no surprise so far. United States 3-0 France and now up 2-0 against Sweden so far.
Do you think it's easy for other teams to actually scout out what the United States are going to bring to this competition, considering that those are all players they have a lot of tape on?
Absolutely, they have a lot of tape on them, but they're just so strong. And you see here the final moments on Route 66 as well. United States about to cap this point. We'll see if they can make it against Sweden.
You guys think you could do this without me? That's so mean.
Did,
oh, Golden Boy had to take a potty break, okay? But anyway, so.
We got you though.
You know what, Johnny, go ahead and toss it to never mind, the game's over.
Well, the game is over. There you go. United States fully capping Route 66. But we're heading to a different match. I'm the host now, Golden Boy. It's South Korea against France on Blizzard World.
I have to wonder as well, with the way that Season 2 went and sort of the different heroes that people had to play, you know, Carpet's gonna have a chance to do this all weekend.
Oh, I mean, he has to know.
Show up, he couldn't show up
Well,
this
he has to know the talk around him, right? Like, oh, hey, Carpet's not as good as he once was, right? Like, he's got to come in here and just want to
silently molding and filling out.
He wants to just dumpster
just grinding solo queue.
I mean, just come out here and just crush opponents. Soon now over to the Widowmaker to try and stop the Pharah, but he gets taken out right away by Architect.
Architects just gonna flank around now, and the confidence is just oozing from his man. Fortunately, maybe a little bit misguided in that situation as he was able to take him down from long distance. Okay, I think that was an attempt at a Blizzard from Leaf. I think he got stuffed up his nose and they sent him back to spawn. That's a shame to lose that one, but
then they kite this. They nano boost Tech 36 on the Sigma, and they just run around. They do not allow him to get anything done with the effects of that. Now they're going to come in with a supercharger.
South Korea just continuing to lean into France now, just trying to see how much resistance is going to be offered by Grenade on a chance in Tech 36. What more is there? Soon gets IDK, that was back on the Widow. Seen some good moments from him on that one so far this year. And a second, he gets with Architect, increasing connection on a trick open. Where do you go from here though? Possibly any other team probably regroups. It looks like South Korea are actually keeping some players a little bit further forward here. So they split themselves, try to find another pick, but I mean, yeah.
Give me Carpe Widowmaker. Just do it. Give up the dragon, go to the spawn, play the Widowmaker. He's not doing it.
He's not. I mean, that's such an interesting fact. How many people do they think know though that Carpe's best hero is Hunter?
You know, probably not a ton. And I mean, I think it is off the opinion of a teammate. I mean, Carpe, you don't realize how many heroes he's able to play. Like, I mean, everybody knows him probably for like Widow Tracer, but I mean, he can also play Genji too, a respectable Genji.
Leap from on high. Soon. Look at that transition. Schnick. Clean. In for sight here, and it does appear that South Korea do respect this. In past years, they definitely said Soon's a player that they respect. How did they only got slept into the Dragon Strike? Leap brought back though, 4v4. Alright, he comes out, application matrix, Leap has to go and make a change. He doesn't quite have the barrage yet, but looks like that's where France want to put their eggs. Barrage now, that one looks pretty darn good. Mine would go down, Architect still able to cut Leap off mid-sentence.
I like it.
37 seconds left.
Now we get a Tracer battle, he gets Soon on the Tracer, Architect on Tracer as well. Shoves him with a Wrecking Ball, probably intended just to get the touch with it.
Time ticking, 23 seconds, France. Finally stabilizing here, South Korea do not have ultimates to work with, and they do not have Carpe on the Hanzo anymore. Soon going hunting on that Tracer. Just dominate that hero during the dive meta. Man, it looks so easy. Leak doubling back here. He's got some peel on this. Leak that connects. Oh, you're done, son. Oh, you can't get the finish there. Leak's really trying to dig Mano out of that position, but he can't really get rid of him. Goodbye grenade there from him. Carpe not going to get away with it. You asked to see the window, that's what you get. Just for the last fight, Carpe attempted it. The Architect's still looking for more. He actually managed to avoid getting slept himself. He's actually looking at the backline. He's looking for Soon potentially. Good bit of damage there towards Chump, but that's healed up instantly. Multiple here got a long way. IDK finds Soon now. He's going to drop down the amplification. Matrix is good with things. He's going to get turned around. Architect's pulse bomb goes into the kinetic grasp here. But Tech 36 is way out of position. Architect is still looking for the kill, and Carpe finds a widow shot on lead. And South Korea looks like they cover their senses at a pretty critical moment. Carpe finding headshot after headshot, and they get the time extension. They get to keep playing the map.
And does Leaf stay on Pharah? I think if you see him stay on the Pharah, you'll Carpe commit to the Widow. They expect a change, so let's see. Architect maybe plays, okay, Doomfist. Nope, now we're going to play May. It's, they see the Bastion come through. That's why they decided to go with May Reaper here.
Shout out to Golden Boy in the red zone crew. What's good?
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Golden Boy, I can see your boomer shoes on the table, bro.
They enjoyed his commentary, but now I guess it's just throwing insults.
Yeah, well, it's pretty standard for us, Caleb. South Korea been able to make their way in the last fight. This is a interesting. This is a rather circumspect approach from Chojoven here. Trying to get around not only the Bastion's presence, but the shield that Tech 36 is erected in front of him. Carpe is okay. This is brazen. You can't be serious. Oh, he's going for it. But it's what happens. It's what happens when everyone's paying him attention. That's important. Carpe could be the diversion there.
Well, they had to use a Maywall to save him pretty much, so now you're just trying to find an angle here.
Leaf gets another, going for a pretty meaty barrage, but can he line another supercharge in the way that shield? He's going to last for as long as found one, like a little bit more, but Chant tilted about getting one there, now it's going to be the Ruvic Flux. Architect brought down low by that one, and South Korea may well be prevented from finishing this map now. Leaf's looking for more. France do not like the disrespect offered by South Korea, and they punish them for it. Only the 2 checkpoints so far for South Korea, that may be all they get here. Manu tries to roll one up, the homies. There's just not enough of them. Only rolling 20 deep for that one, fam. That'll be France, holding South Korea off at the gates.
We were wondering, like, can France play them in the damage matchup head-to-head? They sub in Soon, he plays some Bastion, some Widowmaker. We see play Tracer there.
All right, so there you heard from Uber, Mr. X Uber, by the way. Come on, dog. You know, these are nice sneakers. Why you gotta do a boy like that? It's not cool.
Any opportunity to call out Uber is a good one.
Yeah. You know, I think it's like the 5th time I've been called a boomer today. That's not fair.
Yeah, but you called yourself, so I'm not
yes,
sure.
I'm allowed to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how it goes.
That's how it goes. Well, it's going to get boomed. Seems like South Korea got a little too...
Beautiful segue.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I know for it.
Sounds like you're a professional host.
South Korea definitely had some leeway there, and then France made him pay right at the tail end of that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we sort of forget about Soon sometimes on this France team because he's one of the most experienced Overwatch League players, and he's so good. Heroes like Widowmaker and Tracer and really have an impact in these games. So I think he really showed it to South Korean Carpets. You know, simmer down a little bit, calm down. I still have star power capabilities, and I can't still bring you down. So France really showing up on this world.
Which was great, honestly. We saw a Tracer battle going full OG there on Streets Blizzard World, where Architect battled it out against Soon on that Tracer role, and even though it didn't last long, it was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and then also on the other end, we have United States versus Sweden.
I want to talk about the game.
It seems as if the United States are just trying to win a record here for quickest games because they are just slapping Sweden. Johnny, how does that make you feel emotionally?
Oh, very sad. I'm about to cry. Can I just
show us on the top
play out
where
the
you
demos here this one?
touch.
Well, this is United States. They're just spawn capping Sweden right now. And keep in mind, Sweden, they've actually capped point A. So United States, they're just bringing it to the spawn point of Sweden and having a bit of fun with it and just winning by playing in Sweden spawn. So I don't know what to say, Alex. Look, Sweden, we have potential, okay? We can get out of the group stage, but this United States team is just unreal.
That's because you're not there, Johnny. That's because you should be there.
Nah, look, he's a G, bro.
I'm trying to gas you up, dog. Let me
Yo, you don't want me on this desk? Come on, bro.
Oh, no, obviously I do. Your knowledge is impeccable, but Mr. Jonathan Larson, you should be out there playing for Team Sweden, right? Everyone, tell Johnny you should be playing for Team Sweden.
Can I go double dip? Can I go play and then come back? Or?
Sure, you can do whatever you
Are you
want.
coming back when it doesn't go well, or what's the plan?
There's no plan. We'll
Okay.
just see what happens. Maybe we'll bring Brent on this desk.
Oh, no, I don't want that at all. So, speaking of some more just shenanigans, it seems like the U.S. continued to hold Sweden at the spawn despite the best efforts. I mean, this is just...
Can we go to a different game? Like, I don't want to see these highlights.
I mean, we can quickly recap
wait.
how China is kind of running over their opponents. The
That's
Netherlands,
true.
although they are still, they're putting up a valuable effort, a good fight against China. But right now they're really struggling with Eileen. You mentioned Eileen before, and honestly, Eileen's Sombra is really messing with them. They don't seem to be able to deal with the flanks from Eileen. They have all the force front line on the
But
other
you
side
said
of
Eileen
China.
Sombra. We're getting
Eileen
some Sombra.
Sombra,
I know that we get that
exactly.
from time to time, but man, China, they're throwing everything out there.
Come on, Eileen.
Come on.
See, I did it.
There you go. Johnny, you're killing me up here, man. All right, maybe we should get Brent. All right, folks, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to break down more of the games you see here at the Overwatch World Cup 2019. We'll see you on the other side.
The 2019 Overwatch World Cup is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready. Omen, the official PC and display of the Overwatch World Cup. And by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of the Overwatch World Cup.
Last 2 years, represent France. It's a huge honor for us. When eSport was recognized in US or in Korea, it wasn't in France.
Unbelievable! 3 now pursuit!
It's not representing the team, it's representing the nation, and there's a ton of people watching you because they are French and they want us to win.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2019 Overwatch World Cup, and here's Group B in the schedule that we have so far for round number 2. We have China going up against the Netherlands, and then you have Denmark versus the Russian Federation. After that, China versus Russia. That looks like it's going to be a great matchup, and then some other games to follow after that. Group B, we were going to see a little bit more of a balanced group here, but it seems like it's just as wide open as Group A. The top teams are still continuing to slay out and continuing to be the best squads in the region.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 2 rounds in, and it's...
That's true. It feels like, but doesn't it feel like though that China is like just...
Oh, they're dominant for sure in this
Absolutely.
group. Yeah, but we'll see more what Canada brings to the table as well. They lost their first match. They don't have a break right now. They're in their bye this match, so we'll see what they bring out next match. If they're going to bring out XQC on the stage, we saw Agility, so we saw Mangachu, Mantle the Orisa. Didn't look too great against Russia, so
It's very
I'm hoping to see
interesting,
more
though,
from Canada.
they're switching around the roles, not just heroes. They're the only team so far in this tournament we see switching up roles in between the players. That might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, we don't know.
Yeah, and then I mentioned China previously. Let's go over to that game. It's China versus the Netherlands right now, and China currently on the attack. They're up 2-0 in this game against the Netherlands, and the Dutch need to figure out a way to stop this red wave because it has been dominant from China.
It's been brutal so far, and Jinmu here on the Pharah has been a focal point of this team so far. He's played Pharah on numerous maps so far, and it doesn't seem like any of the teams know how to stop him. So when you got that Bastion and that Pharah combination, there's so much power to stop. Either you focus on the Bastion or you focus on the Pharah. It's so hard to shut down both. So let's jump to the game with the casters right now.
Ah, good throw, good throw. I hate you.
Got tank form available once again. He's going to get walled up, but jumps on rather easily. And now he's going to have to once more look out for Jonah. He's got the mana boost, but the problem is he's already used his shift. Now he's in danger, but so is ID. Jimmy with the Rikers on tries to Jonah's already done the damage. That's all they needed, was just the Blizzards mixed on with that Death Blossom, and it's easy kills for Jonah. They do manage to hold the car for the time being, but 3 minutes and 25 seconds are still in the time back to China. Eileen is going to switch over to Sombra. Obviously, Jimmy wants to swap as well. There's no mercy now, so I can't imagine they're going to stick.
Yeah, Eileen happy now to just move on over. They got what they could out of the Bastion and from Pharah. They lost all of their momentum now. Netherlands, Jonah in the back, looking to try and be stealthy. That's some great angles that he may be able to get. Yeah, beautiful. He gets lifted up in the sky, though. Both fluxes. Well, no, not both fluxes. Sorry, just the one flux being sent out by Elsa. Supercharger on the side as well. Utah ends up going down regardless. Now Jonah can just march on forward. Netherlands with the advantage in terms of space and time now. China, the time match is kind of eaten away. Eileen is just taking so long to build up this EMP. There's not really a flank you can get off Harry, to be fair. It's just him kind of spraying his shields, hoping he can find a little bit of damage. It's just going to take him either a long time to subvert Netherlands' shields by going around on the flank, or just trying to help the tanks and Jinmu set up for success after that. If you're going around on the flank, George, you've got to invest your chance to do that. You've got to wait for that cooldown to finish. In comes with Coalescence, huge amount of piercing damage here. Look at this aggro. Gooseray already using that shift to try and get out of there rather easily, and he's going to do just that. But the problem is now Gooseray can lay down the supercharger, and they got Coalescence of their own. Netherlands now in a whole lot of trouble. Do they know it? Are they aware of it? They definitely do now. Gooseray supercharged it down. Jonah on the side. He's got Death Blossom soon. 10% away. Trying to go the back, but the EMP's going to be big. And Team China rolling on forwards. They get all Netherlands off before Jonah can even make a dent in the back line. They get wiped out, and China getting the payload moving once again. But with only 1 minute and 45 seconds, Netherlands still have a chance for a defense. Great shot going out from Evil, so he chases out Jonah. He feigns going in for further chase, while the rest of China just backs on around. Uses the speed boost. 5 versus 6 overwhelms them. Netherlands have ults to make this next fight work. They're going to have to interrupt Jinmu and his Death Blossom. Jonah can get value out of his. This again going to be about kinetic grasps. That's all the picture needed for Jonah right now with Death Blossom. Jimmy's got one of his own. He's on the side, but without the Lucio, you don't really want to fight this whatsoever. Or maybe you do. Okay, Flux comes back in. A double. Orisa going down. Crusade's going to fall as well, and the Coalescence is going to have to be invested. But Eileen goes in again. How does he keep finding these picks?
Facility's Blizzard looks so good. It's stabilizing that fight for the Netherlands, but it's just not going to happen. The crouching fist comes from unexpected angles. Shores. Visible is going to move over now. He wants to go onto that Doomfist. He wants to be part of this brawl. He wants to try and get those mutual stuns onto Eileen. Force that aggression to be punished. Right now, Elsa out on his own, out on an island. It could be a bait from Team China if everyone goes too aggressive on him. Flux of from Bruce and trying to side, 8 people in, 3 people go sky high. Jimmy does not have that shift available, doesn't receive the beat either. Disaster strikes China as they lose their Reaper. 30 seconds now remains. One fight available to push on to the third point. 30 seconds. China, I imagine, never thought they'd be in this scenario up against the Netherlands. Potentially having a successful defense. Bruce and making sure there's no killing available for Elsa. Going to be one final fight. 18 seconds remain. China looking to have 3 ultimates. Got both their tank ultimates from Yushui and the Supercharger. And Elsha Macro, Gravitic Flux. Look at Crusade. 19%. There's no defense here, Jaws. Gravitic Flux could end it all if it gets multiple people. Netherlands may need to spread out. May need to save that speed. They go and aggro. Needs to go into Elsa. Goose Race going to go down as well. It's perfect. China crumbles. There's nothing they can do. Goose Ray can even get ult off. And Elsa was 3% away from his Flux. Netherlands strike hard and fast. OT ticks down. And China, they managed to score 2 points, 56 meters. And Netherlands now having cleared.
I would say that perhaps I bought into the hype of China. The Netherlands certainly proving a lot of people wrong. Great plays there from them, John.
Absolutely. A few unknown names on this team, of course. Jonah Facility we've seen in the past, though, and they're really bringing it to China so far. But we do have another match going on. France, South Korea. What do you think about that one?
Well, you know, I mean, the South Korean team always dominant, but it is 1-1 in the count here, and that is probably the most impressive thing. France, they always find a way to do this, Johnny. Each and every year, you think, oh yeah, you know, they're not going to make it dent here. They're not going to make an impact, and then they do something like this.
Absolutely, and I think it comes down to the DPS players of Soon and Leaf, as Soon just gets another shot onto Carpe as well. But this far from Leaf has been so impactful.
Oh, big plays there from Choi Hyogin. What a way to jump into this broadcast. Let's just go straight into it with the commentary for South Korea versus France.
3-player Sigma melee that comes down from Choi. That wasn't a graphical bug, was it? I don't know, but I don't care. That is a 3-player melee kill from Choi Hyogin. All right, Carpe, arrow right to Soon's face. Soon gets right back up, making another arrow right back.
Carpe playing for his high ground here in France. I mean, Leaf has to challenge this one, but it's so risky. Carpe and Vidocin combined. Vidocin, that's not a hard shot to hit. Look, Carpe made it slightly trickier, but still, he can now play for this whole angle. South Korea definitely playing a little bit more individualistic right now. Soon's going to get frozen. He's able to kill on Carpe. He's going to keep alive. Fantastic hit and grasp used by Tech 36 to kick Soon up, and there it is. No revenge. Architect gets picked up now, and the McCree finally has a bit of space to work. Yeah, Tech 36 will keep him alive through being frozen. South Korea up to stay with this composition, so no real changes. That'll be a whole appreciation combo there, trying to connect it. Notion with 2 shots in a lead gets a little bit scared. Dragon's right there, that does split shots and take 36 off for the rest of their backline. He's able to catch some Carpe. Yeah, Futney comes around from the backside, looking the right way to shut Carpe down. It was what they were really looking for there. But Soon, uncontested for their high ground, at least they will find the pick, get rid of IDK's immortality from the very least. And France have another reprieve here. So Deadeye, I mean, I'd love to see the Deadeye combine with Tech 36 ultimate. That is what France are working with right now, and a Gravitic Flux Deadeye would make my day. Choi will get put to sleep here. Let's see, wakey! He's going to get taken out, though. The good old Soman Su flashbang. Flashbang old-timer. Troll and fan, baby. It's like, yeah, it's the same as the King fight, right? Exactly. France now have the ultimate advantage. The clock dwindling down, so France in another position, Mitch, to have a good defensive stand here, potentially take Route 66, and that would be the series. South Korea a little messy currently. They're so split, and I get what they're trying to do, like force action everywhere, and get the shields moving and whatnot, allowing the snipers to make plays. It's resulted in some odd fights. So they split themselves voluntarily here. Now they've done the second France, so that all came down in a great spot. Nano May doesn't quite save the day, unfortunately. Vidocin down to take down, leaves us a 1-point trade overall. Give it to me, Super Q. Oh, come on! Tech 36 is able to bring Vidocin and Mano down. Soon holds on to Deadeye. What a patient man. What a well-behaved individual. IK, he's going to get taken out here towards the end. Choi very low as Leaf, well, located Carpe. Carpe is now getting pushed. I mean, it's going to be very hard for him to make it out of this scenario alive, and he does not. So, South Korea, one more shot at this. 30 seconds on the clock. You have an Amp Matrix, and that's it. Do you try and set up the Amp Matrix for like somebody like Carpe and now Architect in the double sniper role, or do you use it to provide some more healing for the tanks on the point, potentially? France so far had all the right answers to South Korea. Yeah. Even in a more chaotic style of game, they get with a 3-player Deadeye Soon. Sorry, 2-player Fire Grenade. Oh! Deadeye catches Choi Hyogin. Scared time is remaining now. We actually walked past the amplification mate. He's safer than the rest of his team, even though he's in the middle of South Korea's backline. It doesn't matter. France do it again. This defense, another fantastic performance. And South Korea pull up short, playing a little bit loose. And it comes back to bite them in the rear. Oh, and you're France. You just
very intense game there between France and South Korea. We take a look now at China versus the Netherlands, and so I believe you have some thoughts here.
Safe. Maybe
Point against China. That was surprising considering what lineups they were running. Now we see China having Eileen on that Reaper. However, before that, it was a Widowmaker, and the Widowmaker got way too much done considering that he went up against Facility on May. Of course, we had an Orisa and a Sigma in that game as well. So there were technically so many shields, so many walls, and yet Eileen managed to get all the picks in the world. Really shaving off the time from Netherlands.
Oh, wow, look at
that. A 4K from Jonah on the Reaper as well. That's insane. And Netherlands with an opportunity here to close out Route 66 and close out this series as well.
Well, let's just jump right into it here and see how the Netherlands can go up against China on Route 66.
That Deflos, when everyone hits the ground, they're half HP. It's easy to take them out when you've got the Deflos. In other words, just as they do. I was like, is that through the wall? How is this working? And now Netherlands will win this. They've got 3 minutes, 30 seconds. They can just play the long game with economy. Force China to invest. That is a big beat by China. They're going to march forward. Kia just ends up going down regardless. Jimmy making good use of the overshield though. Gets moved up in the air. Perfect play. Just making sure he doesn't land. Decides to plan to reset his cooldowns and go once again. But Facility goes over aggro and gets taken out. This is going to be a Netherlands final stand against China. They are pushing all the way back and they've got time to play with. In fact, 3 minutes of course. But China are going to have to be the ones that are going to push themselves forward. They've only got really one ult to do with killing potential anyway in Jimu's Meteor Strike. Lightning takes out China. Use the Meteor Strike aggressively in the backline. Kills off Facility. Good start to the team fight as Netherlands do get routed and push all the way back to their sport. Jimu's going to be the one who's purchasing the stability they've been looking for. He's going for it. Rounds of a shot. Anything he's asking. I'll give you a free. Number of kills. Crusade has ready to go. The sound barrier. Elsa, he's going to have to wait for his Gravitic Flux to be available. Does not want to be using this preemptively unless Netherlands want to go full aggressive. Just go full aggro and barrel into China. There are too many threats, but they know are going to be available. The Deflos and the Gravitic Flux to try and go for that strategy. I like how Crusade right now is playing up on the walls. It makes it much harder to kill for Jinmu, getting himself a good punch. So tries to go super aggro Crusade. Force out both fortifies. Zidane ends up going down first. Still 2 minutes from Netherlands. They'll get fluxed up in the air, but the beat is going to save them for now. Still moving forward with Jonas ult. They're going to be able to play around this rather well. As Johnny now a force all the way back to their spawn. He gives so much free time for Jonas to do everyone. He gets one. That's 2. 2 big kills for Netherlands. They move forward. China's final stand. They use the beat on 3 people. The Goose Race already falling pretty low. Yvetol getting on the payload to make sure they can kiss it for as low as possible. Jonah just going absolute man mode in the front. Tries to get take out Yvetol. This is going to be it. Potential run comeback for Netherlands here. China is going to get owned, and Netherlands, they take the W on Route 66. Control is the next game mode, and China...
A huge win there for the Netherlands, as remember, it is a 3-match set, but the game that everyone should be paying attention to is France versus South Korea. This is a huge game, a deciding game here for these two teams, and if France is able to get this win, Johnny, this could be huge for them.
This could be huge for France as well. South Korea is a team that everyone wants to beat, but really never do. So this could be a potential really big opportunity for France here on the attack right now with the Doomfist and the Reaper. We'll see what they can make of it.
Yeah, well, let's jump right into it with the commentary. France versus South Korea.
It's really strong against the tanks. May not matter though. Architect lurking from up above. That is insane value for that Dragon Strike. Cape read that very well. France tried to advance through the girls. So a Dragon Strike not only did it limit their route to escape, but also forced many of them to stand right inside of it. 9 seconds remain for France to get this first check. It was a nice haul from Mano as well, who saw the positioning of France and decided to just drop the halt in their perfect timing. And then because of the Baywall from Architect, they couldn't exit out the other way. So supercharging out for both.
We're in a world where you don't have Graviton Surge combined with that Dragon Strike. So smart play and smart setup like that. Nano Doom, oh, he's dead real quick. That did not work. Looks like he walked straight to a hook from Troy Gobin. Version slept there. This is kind of getting away from South Korea now. Big Blizzard training, Take 36 chubs, all frozen up, but I mean, Mano's busy shooting the shield. Take 36 completely safe that entire time. Troy Gobin needs to make a play here and liven the whole hog that gets in there. Takes a breather, dividing Christian has to go for a so vulnerable, so low health. Yeah, that is going to happen. Now he's able to find a couple kills on an amplification matrix, makes a huge difference. Lee tries to go over the top. Carpe is 1 health, and FT goes able to finish him off ultimately. France don't have a lot to work with here. They need to get rid of Architect, and Lee is being held up. He needs to clear this out. He's not paying any attention to any of the rest of South Korea, but he realizes that he might be low on time. 20 seconds remaining around. Goes in with a punch, finds the finish up, and this chaos is utter chaos. Seems to be benefiting France. Yeah, you're going to have Troy Gobin come back now on the wrecking ball. IDK as well. Here are the Baptistes coming back into play. At that time it was only Mano and Architect alive for South Korea, but Troy Gobin living for a while. A good shield placement there from Tech 36. They're going to get there, Matt. Locking off Carpe's line of sight. You are correct. France will take that first checkpoint. Carpe backing up. You see France are really trying to push for some early extra real estate. But Chumps does not get away with that one. Cheeky little foray forward. And soon will teleport up to the top left side. Who does this Nano go to? You give it a Mano. You give it an Architect or Choi. Probably the Architect for the damage reduction. Choi, I mean, probably looks a little bit better combined with the whole hog. Makes you far less vulnerable when you are using that ultimate. Of course, you can't take a breather during that duration. Okay, mighty grenade thrown down by Vidoshi. Also, you can't feel committed to that just because soon push. Here's the sound barrier. France are ready to fight, but South Korea are trying to get into space. They're trying to disengage. Will they be allowed to? Soon to a massive Hanzo. Yeah. Carpe hitting very, very hard. Troy Gobin going to get run down now, and that's the death blossom to secure the kill. Dragon Strike comes through, secures at least a 1-for-1. The lead wants to drop him back. Look at his health, 55. He's very low, but he gets the kill, and he gets plenty of shield as a result. This guy is really walking a thin line. He's able to get away with it because Doomfist refunds that damage back to shield. Whereas South Korea here, they may not even have a chance to tap this so far away again. It's got to be Troy Gobin. He's knocked back. He's able to touch the point now, gets on there for a scan. A few moments, going to be frozen solid. He's not careful. Carpe's going to be on the tracer. He just try and get back and touch. But Architect's already removed. Leaf has that one hit kill potential, and France are all over his man. They're looking real good. Unbelievable. France takes Route 66.
Oh my word, I don't know what to do with my hands. France just beat South Korea. They get the 2-1 scoreline. Zoe, that you called it. You said you wanted South Korea to go down to France. Never happened.
Absolutely. So if you're not staying with the Victor now, I don't know where you should be standing. That was phenomenal. Leaf's final place there on that Doomfist were absolutely crisp. And South Korea, they should be worried now.
Oh, they maybe should be worried, yeah, because they've thrown out a lot of different looks so far. But France, they just play their own game. They rely on Soon and Leaf to just do their job, and they managed to pull it off the series win as well. So very impressive from France so far. And I'm looking forward to see if they can actually now qualify from Group A with this result.
This throws so many things up into the air, and that is why I love the Overwatch World Cup. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more coverage continues right here from BlizzCon.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of BlizzCon. Facebook Gaming, a world of play. Samsung SSD, performance gamers trust. Corsair, do your thing. And by NVIDIA.
Welcome back, everyone, and here are the standings for the current group that you see here for Group A. United States are going to be up with a 6-0 in game results and a 2-0 in the match results. South Korea, though, 1-1 because of that loss against France. That's pretty big.
Pretty big, and when we talk about this group as well, I think we all expect the United States and South Korea to make it out of that group. So it really only helps France to make it with that third slot in tomorrow's bracket as well. So Sweden and the United Kingdom are now under pressure to maybe have to beat South Korea later on today.
But you know what? France can even get into that second spot, I believe. If South Korea is going to drop their games against the USA in a dominant fashion, and the USA have been looking
now you're getting hopeful.
I mean, I'm just spitballing ideas here. Like, this is all within the realm of possibilities. So this is what we could be seeing. You didn't believe that France is going to take down South Korea either.
No, I did not. Did anyone except you?
I was just me and maybe a few France fans in there. They're that guy, very committed.
That guy, is that girl,
those people.
that dude in the back over there.
I don't think they actually listen to what I'm saying. I'm just pointing at people and they start hearing. This is working very well for me.
Well, yes, that is a very ambitious thought process as far as like what can happen for France moving forward. That South Korea-United States game, that is going to be the last game of the day, round 5. That will be played there. So we will have to wait a very long time before we find out the results.
But that will be the best match of the day. So make sure you stick around, right?
Oh, for sure.
In Hall A. Watch our faces.
Not scripted at all. Okay, and then we have another game going on right now. It's Russia versus Denmark. That's taking place currently as we jump into the action on board with Fisher from Denmark. They managed to get 3 players down for Russia, and they can continue to make this push happen, but they have to go a far distance there in order for them to win this one out, Johnny.
They pretty much have to go the distance of the entire map. But We've seen Denmark so far today, very impressive. But Russia also, well, they won last series. So this is a very even match, and this is going to be the decider of the series, as this is a 3-map set.
And Denmark played really, really well on their defense there. I think they held Russia several minutes on streets right at the beginning, and Russia really didn't see an opening there against Shax and Fisher on that front line, Doomfist Reaper combo.
Well, we're going to have a minute and 47 seconds left here of play. Shadowburn getting a pick there as a Doomfist. But let's jump into the commentary to hear how this one will all pan out.
40 on the clock now for Denmark to try and make a push work. And this is such a big map. We need to really hammer it home. We're going to be winning the series, and that is going to be the all-important decider as well in terms of who makes it out of the groups for tomorrow's game.
Denmark cannot afford to go down here. After a really close game against China, and then another really close game against Russia, it would be devastating for Denmark, who obliterated their preliminaries to go down not too early on.
He's coming in now. Christian does not connect, but he goes instantly. Hits a halt. This coordination from Denmark has been sublime. Set straight down, Chow falls, but then Leia tries to clutch it, and clutch it. He will. 2 kills for him. And the rest of his team will do the work. The Supercharger assisting them in the backline. The silent carry of that team fight, if you will. And Denmark now with only 50 seconds to try and make a push attempt to work.
50 seconds, but a range of ultimates. They're going to have double portal, and they're going to have their Supercharger available. Supercharger could turn the sides of this fight astronomically, but they need to be able to get in without Shadowburn picking them off. And Shadowburn can't play hyper-aggressive, because he has that meteor strike to get out jail free whenever required.
So does Fisher now. A little bit of chip damage. Takes over. Engaging the core left. Punch comes out and hits the forward target. Now he's going to sound by Calyx. Denmark looking to push this one in. Meteor strike combined with the hold once again. Great punch from Fisher, and he has clutched it for his team. Or too late, too soon, I should say. Have I spoken before the team fight may have just been turned by Russia? Enlai is still available on the point, working his little tippy toes around. See if they can find a pick or two, but Denmark will succeed in the end. And they are going to get the O-time push in the exact same position that Russia did earlier.
Yeah, exact same time on the clock. They're both going to get a minute and a half to see how far through they can get. And at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. 90 seconds on the clock. How far through this warehouse can you get? And Denmark, they busted a couple of ults in that fight, but they've nearly got some of them back. Hengingson and 60% of his Supercharger already. It was made before, of course, Russia had to switch off for one of their heroes in the previous round. Denmark do not have to do that. They stick to the top. Now you're going to see Rebecca Cross. Sends the ball straight up to the air. Shax responds to his own death. Beautiful. They found 2 kills from it. This should instantly mean a 1 team fight now for Denmark. And Russia just trying to bury bodies onto the payload, stop it from moving for a few precious seconds, and time is most definitely precious in this scenario. Shax with a wonderfully timed, perfectly positioned Death Blossom. As everyone moves forward to try and take advantage of that prophetic clutch from Chow, he just rips their backline apart.
That's it. It's dual attack both these teams.
Supercharger on Hengingson
to be decided. Hengingson with the Supercharger. That's going to be key. Ultimate laid down. Stun coming on the Morphic. Think about a fight. Fisher going to be initiating him with his own side bridge slam now. Enlayer. He's ready and waiting for the opportunity to fall to use his Death Blossom. Unleashes it anyway in the backline. There we have it. It's 3 kills, and he finds the 4th on top. Russia
Wonderful.
absolutely slaying the competition here. A really great team fight from them. Denmark, they have 12 seconds remaining, and they're even going to be able to touch.
If they can, Calyx can get the sound barrier onto them. So as long as somebody apart from Calyx can touch, he'll be in with the sound barrier to follow. This is still winnable for Denmark.
Initiation to the back. You see Fisher use the meteor strike.
Shadowburn's down!
Shadowburn falls. Fisher moves to the backline, and he's making the damage happen right now. The Supercharger is going to go down, but Chow with the play. The creature will stop Fisher in his tracks. Denmark begins to move forward slowly but surely. His water on the point. Finally, we see the coalescence is going to be traded out by both of these teams, and they try and tie them further forward, but the card is moving forward, and Denmark, they're looking unstoppable. Chow comes back in with a bit of now, sends the ball back down, flying Shadowburn, trying to clutch, working his way to the backside, with the uppercut, trying to get the line of the rest of the team. You need to stay on the car. This is all or nothing right now for both of these teams.
Russia is so weak here, and Denmark are finding the pixel they need. It's impossible to
Denmark are doing it. Shadowburn trying to clutch, desperately comes in with the punches at the end. One more play on the card, but that's all that remains. Denmark are going to seal the deal with the Supercharger, and they're going to win the overall set in this map. It's going to be a 2-1 scoreline for them. In Group B, what a game between these two teams.
We knew it would be close, but we didn't realize it would be that close. Denmark, they were just pipped to the post previously when they went up against China.
And there were the final moments of Russian Federation versus Denmark. Denmark, man, that game was just a box of emotions.
That was so close of a match, and that could very well end up as one of the deciding matches so far in this group as well, because both Russia and Denmark are 2 teams looking to make it out to the playoffs tomorrow, so that could come back to haunt Russia as well. Very dominant from Denmark.
But honestly, what we saw out of Russia was fantastic as well. They showed us over the span of 2 days very, very different comps and a lot of strength in those comps. They really managed to get a hold of that Bastion composition with the Mei, very, very strong, really hard to break. And now on top of that, we see that they have a very strong Doomfist Reaper comp as well, so they look like they can take on literally anyone in this tournament.
Yeah, but that was such a huge moment there for Denmark, and in general as well, because throughout the Overwatch World Cup in the past, Denmark hasn't necessarily had the best of luck in recent years, isn't that right, Johnny?
Yeah, that's sort of right, but they feel like a bit of a sleeper team, I feel like, because they always have the contenders talent and a few Overwatch League players as well. We know Calyx from the Boston Uprising and Shax from Johnny Valiant, few Valiant fans in the crowd probably, but needless to say, Denmark is a team that always people are a bit sleeping on, but they have top-tier contender talent, and I think they could actually make it pretty far this year if they make it out of group stage.
Well, they showed that talent in the game against Russia. They're going to be able to take that win, but we're going to go to a break. When we come back, more of the Overwatch World Cup 2019, more matches to come as round 3 is just around the corner.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready. Intel, the official CPU partner of BlizzCon. Cisco, the official networking partner of BlizzCon. And by HyperX. We're all gamers.
to BlizzCon 2019 here for the Overwatch World Cup of 2019. I'm Boulderboy alongside Zoe and Reinforce, and you're here at the checkpoint where we are jumping into all the different games that are going on. And if you're watching at home, feel free to go check it out on Twitch. All different channels covering each and every game. But here we get a little bit of everything, just the way I like it. Now we have some great matches coming up. Round 1 and 2 certainly brought us some different storylines. Round 1 was Sweep City. There was 3-0s all over the place. Round 2 though, we ended up getting some surprises. You get Denmark beating Russia, then on top of which you're gonna get France beating South Korea. Now we look into round 3. There's some crazy stuff going on here. So
There are, and there's so many rivalries, not just based on the prior Overwatch kind of tournaments, but also of course actual national rivalries. We're gonna have the UK facing off against France in this next round.
Really
that's gonna be a really good game to watch.
Yeah. So apparently this is a rivalry. UK France.
Oh, that's your US geoskills.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, they have a thing.
They have a thing.
It's been going on for some years.
Okay.
Some history involved.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I won't dig too far deep into that one. Seems like it's a lot to unpack. This very casual broadcast that we're providing here.
It's a little too much, but it
If you're talking about rivalries, I mean, there's one country I want to talk about, which is Sweden.
Oh man, yeah, of course, the Swedish guy. Let's talk about Sweden.
Yeah, of course, they have some rivals as well in this World Cup. There's Denmark on the other side in Group B and Sweden in Group A, of course. So if we see both of those teams make it out for tomorrow, I would love to see Sweden and Denmark. Because we beat them, I beat them pretty handily last year, but I want to see Denmark bring it, see what they got this year.
As a Sweden, I need to know which one of all the Scandinavian countries has the biggest rivalry. Is it Denmark?
I'd say Sweden, Denmark, yeah, for sure, absolutely. So
I like the humble brag there. Like I beat them last year, surely they should beat them this
Oh
year.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see how we go for Sweden. Yeah, I'm the second best main tank in Sweden, so
there you go. All right, well, we have the analysis of the second best main tank in all of Sweden right here. So I do understand we have
on my Twitter bio.
Yes, you definitely should. I put Global Icon National Treasure, second best main tank in Sweden. So let's take a look at some of the standings here, because I believe we have the standings for both groups right now. But I do want to see Group A and where we are, just kind of get everyone up to speed on what transpired. Because in Group A, it's okay. Never mind. This is going to be Group B. Tight. That's what's up. I like that. So we got China. They're dominating 2-0 in match results, but 5-1 because they ended up dropping one of those games. I believe that was to the Netherlands right at the end of Route 66, and then Russia falling to Denmark, but they still maintain that second place spot. So
there are a lot of really close played games in that group. So I do think that as we go further into the day, there will be some changes happening. The only team which hasn't shown us quite as much dominance was Canada so far.
Yeah. And they didn't play XQC in the first round. It deserves to be mentioned again that Agilities and Mangachu took over the main tank role playing the Orisa. So hopefully now for round 3 we'll actually see XQC back in the match itself and actually see some gameplay. He's a former T-Mobile MVP. Golden Boy, did you know that?
He is a former T-Mobile MVP. That is, but you know, that
deserves to be mentioned.
I'll never forget that.
Awards.
Yeah, it was the spam was unreal. So now as we move forward to round 3, we got some great games. You mentioned France versus UK, South Korea versus Sweden. We're also going to have China versus Russia, and then Canada will take the stage again against the Netherlands.
Yeah, you know, I hate to harp on Sweden and always talk about Sweden, but I think this upcoming match between South Korea and Sweden could actually be really good because we just saw France, always France, of course, beat South Korea, and now we're going to see Sweden go up against South Korea just after they've lost. How are South Korea going to feel? Are they going to be mentally boomed? I'm very interested to see how this one plays out.
You know what, Johnny? You keep telling yourself.
Yo, we're a good Overwatch country.
To be honest,
we have a good average SR.
Okay,
Sweden is cool.
Sweden is
cool. Put that on a poster, everyone.
Put it on a T-shirt and sell it.
I have to say though, like, if we look at the South Korea game so far, I don't want to be the person saying it, but I'm still going to be the person saying it. I don't think they played awfully serious. I do think there was a bit of a
well, let's hope they don't continue to play
here.
serious as they go against Sweden.
That's right. Well, I think it's time for a little Swedish fika here. We're gonna take a break and then we're gonna go and jump into this game. Sweden versus South Korea. Let's take a listen.
Try and gain a bit of ground, and Sweden will just be absolutely mulched. In the process, South Korea, they don't feel like they're trolling.
Well, they certainly got on that first team fight. Mano backed off a little bit, and Shoyobin took a really nice off angle. Huge amount of damage pumped in on the sides in that setup Architect. The Doomfist and the Sigma should generally speaking be playing alongside each other on a lot of these off angles. Architect straight in the back, stuns everyone up.
Yeah, he gets an additional 2 holds after the media strike. 3 kills, make it 4, make it 5. It just makes me recount the plays as Architect will absolutely solidify for his team, but a subtle carry, of course, being Mano, the one who orchestrated that entire play using his ult.
Yeah, but Architect needed to do the damage in order to have his ult up in the first place, and that's how you keep the momentum rolling against teams like this. Sweden have a lessons to be able to push with, but also about to get his as well.
Yeah, they're most likely going to be trading this one out. Carpe falling low. Healed back up to full HP, going to be starting to try and trade over the shotguns. Mano ends up getting a better hit. He brings down Lulcich, and it's instantly, once again, going to be another one team fight here for South Korea. Now, I am perplexed as to how South Korea lost. Now, are France secretly good?
I mean, they got 3-0'd by USA, as did Sweden, I believe. So both of these teams just getting rolled by what we thought was a top 3 team in the United States, and then France managing to find a win over South Korea. It will continue to puzzle us.
As they try and initiate back into this fight, Carpe using the Death Blossom now. Gets 1 kill at the back, but the Supercharger will assist him in regards to that. Sweden going to be using their sound barrier, the Rabbinic Flux now to answer, and the meteor strike in the backline. Architect, he has free reign over the enemy team, and Sweden are sent straight to the back of the respawn queue. This has been highly one-sided.
Yeah, absolutely dominant. An Architect, a playmaker in a lot of these situations, but he's not rushing things, he's not overly aggressive. The patience with that meteor strike was perfect. Be able to come down when the rest of his team was fully healed, and now final fight territory.
For those using the coalescence, I believe a couple of members of the team are falling quite low. Rabbinic Flux sent down. This is the opening that Sweden were looking for. Meteor strike doesn't find how much value. Architect over the off angles. Look at that uppercut, the value. Unreal damage being pumped into the goes, so a punch doesn't connect against the wall, but he doesn't have to push them backwards now. He's in forward fight, being committed by Mano. He just tailgates out of there. And Architect, ready and waiting, will peel for the rest of his team, and it's going to be looking like 100-0 for South Korea. An expected outcome, if I do say so myself. However, I do want to say, I'm just curious about our France match, because how did that even come about?
Should we just go rewatch that game?
Feels like it, yeah.
Well, we'll see if Sweden can come back into this one as well. I know that Jonathan Reinforce Larsen will be waiting with bated breath to see if they can outperform his incredible performance last year at the World Cup.
On the big stage right now, as I'm paying attention to absolutely everything. In fact, I believe we're being tuned into right now, so Jonathan,
we believe in you.
Look away. It's not safe. It's not safe for your eyes.
We went different directions there.
The poor Swedish lad, he doesn't want to see this.
Well, let's take a look at the composition that South Korea look like they're rolling out with. They have the Orisa with the Roadhog, so whole hook potential, but also Farah alongside the Widowmaker, making use of the individual talent that is on their team, but with a composition that can get countered fairly heavily by double shield.
And why not? They're going to see if they can make it work. Architect going to be slamming in the rockets from on high. See if he can get some early damage. Picks the hook. Troy Hyobin and Mano come up clutch just when they need to. And Troy Hyobin, this is why this guy was the MVP of the Grand Finals of the Overwatch League this year. Plays like this, being able to flex over to so many different roles, and that one pick is exactly what they needed. And despite that, Sweden still continue to try and fight this, but it is futile at the end of the day to try and go against South Korea. The team is trying to make it 4 years in a row.
The fact that the Halt hooks are such a large potential for South Korea means that Elevo has to play much closer to Mano, because that shield needs to be there if he gets Halt hooked. Or, has to play much closer to Lulcich, because if Lulcich gets Halt hooked, Elevo has to be there with his shield. But Elevo has to also worry about blocking off sidelines of Architect and Carpe. So all of this comes down to Elevo really, and how he positions his shield, and whether he goes on off angles or whether he sticks close to his Orisa.
Well, Lulcich goes down again. Halt hooked out of the fight, and I mean, I don't want to say, but again, Ursa literally has an ability built in to prevent a lot of this crowd control affecting it.
Yep.
Mano,
You need to save your 4 fights.
you need to save your 4 fights for the holds, because otherwise you're going to get picked time and time and time again. South Korea still in a very dominant position with this defense. I just think with a barrage available, you get damage boost, of course, slapped on top of that to see if they can get any value out of it. However, Sweden on the other side, they do have a coalescence to work with now.
With a hack though, and that's going to club Architect like a stone.
Oh.
He watches.
And if he survives that,
how does he win a 1v1 at close range against Snow?
whilst hacked up, and now the barrage comes out, doesn't manage to get a kill, but the damage is already done, and allows Troy Yeoman to clean up. A couple of simple shots from a scrap gun, and he's going to be able to clean up the rest of his kills. And South Korea now still holding on. They are 75% and counting. Sweden have not won a team fight.
No, and Erky got value there out of his Sombra. He switched over a couple of team fights ago, and he's looking for hacks on the Fire of Mercy. But he found them there, and he managed to kill the Mercy. But Architect did not go down, and if he's getting the hacks, his team has to be there to follow up.
Now, Mano used a supercharger very early there. Sweden intelligently backed off, but Carpe is in a prime position to do exactly what he was made to do. He's being contested in the upside down by Lucio. It's your worst case scenario. He's still alive, but meanwhile on the point. Nana's going to use it on Troy to get hacked out of his ultimate, cancelled out, and now we see this is Sweden's last chance. Logic goes down. Supercharger still available on the point. See the soundbite being committed by Sweden in the nick of time, but is it good enough? I don't think so. The Ultimates and South Korea are far too strong. It's your 3-time world champions here at the end of the day, and they're going to take map number 1 against Sweden in one of the most dominant fights.
All right, and there you have it. Map number 1. They told you to look away, Johnny, and you probably should look away.
But in good news, XQC is back for Canada in the lineup, replacing Mangachu. So
There you go.
XQC fans, turn up. He's back on stage.
Okay, see, like cheap hot. I like that. I like that. Then highlighting the rivalry that we had talked about before. United Kingdom versus France is currently into the second round on Busan here, and I guess UK already taking that first point, looking pretty good so far for the Brits.
And they seemingly did their homework and must have scouted what they saw so far from France and what worked well from France, which was leave on that Doomfist. They're shutting him down on every corner. There's a lot of pressure on that front line from France, and therefore they just don't get the crucial picks. Whereas at the other side, the United Kingdom rather, they're making this a quick one.
Yeah, well, let's jump into the action here. UK versus France. Let's have a listen.
The rest of France and the UK are going to hold, and only 10% for France to fight with. And they are going to jaws France. I don't know if they're going to be able to touch the point. UK looking dominant here as we finish off Busan. Chubb's going to make it on just about. FD got here too, but he's already dead. Yeah, Hardy's not going to make it back too easily either. They have the blow break rather easily, but they only need one hit. Hardy ends up finding it, and they find anything more. That's the question. A beautiful hole into Viper Spheres, finishes off the front line hit, but Hardy ends up going down now. Specs with the flux, brings everybody up. For that meteor strike, he's going to save Lee for the time being, but the accretion getting straight for him. A punch to finish it all. OT ticks down, and United Kingdom will finish Busan 2-0. A beautiful display there from the UK lads. Specs is looking so good on this Sigma, and
The UK managed to pick up the win there, and now we're going to jump over to Canada versus the Netherlands. Let's take a look.
Canada getting far in BlizzCon last year, and this is pretty much the same roster that they've always run. Lots of trust in these players, have been following their tryouts, and this is what works for them.
Yeah, both teams going to roll out with double shield. XQC punch map, uses the fortify a little bit early. Could be punched this, and then one's charging through their own fortify. Now XQC being chased down as per street.
Dance was just W came into them. He got dangerously low. Trade back and forth. Canada down a shield, but they have this yet, and a fantastic ult set up for Dance. Facility takes advantage. Canada push back.
XQC dropping early there, and then Canada, they just don't have the value to keep up in the long team fight. Even with Surfboard finding a pick the other way. Agility's hit up again. Canada's chance of the recontesting this point. That'll be an easy flip for the Netherlands. Getting into control here now. Now they control the choke. The question is, what will Canada do to shake things up? I mean, the defenders are going to have a natural advantage, forcing the attackers to group up in the choke points.
Netherlands coalescence, close to some ultimates. The start of this fight will be about that mirror, but not much else. Later fight, ultimate coming up, Tri-Spear immediately downing Bonnie for Canada, losing that speed. Canada trying to get out as quick as they can, but it's a quick last fight.
The grind is just completely overall there for the Netherlands. Everyone's surrounding them with Bonnie falling. They just won't be able to speed out as they get into Bonnie. Turns it back into Tri-Spear with the spam, picks him up. This could signal another swing back in favor of Canada. Without the warrior, it's much more difficult to hold these close chokes. You just can't keep up with the healing until your warrior returns to the fight. So Netherlands, they need to slow it out here.
All about ults. Their facility going in, focus on the Canada tanks. Look how low Canada have to play this slow. They're now nice and healthy. Agility, meteor strike, looking for the setup. Facility doing the same thing. Canada just injured and bleeding, it seems. How are they going to break through this main choke point and take it down A10? That's the solution.
That started with a good fight, but no false exchange. Frag going both ways, but it looks like Canada starting to get into control here. No one to take no surfboard, and he'll get the Orisa. XQC with a few frags as well. So great movement in by Team Canada, making the most of a bad situation. Moving the Sigma point, they want to get the flip ASAP. And at this point, they flip the point. They've got enough time, so even if they lose a fight, they will be able to recontest as long as it's not too rough of a situation as far as the staggers go. Netherlands have a few ults to work with. XQC is going to need to find a perfect position for this supercharger, but he can't cast it too early, or the Netherlands will simply retreat and wait it out. So the XQC positioning and play for the supercharger is really critical to this team fight. But Joe's starting to fire already.
Netherlands are committed. There's a coalescence. Could be able to take down the Bongo, and there it is. Netherlands with a one-pick advantage. Canada missing a damage. Needs to get back to the point, but anytime will let him find the spotter and buddy, and Netherlands take it back a point, and this is critical for Canada.
Facility is the one who finds the punch there onto Agilities. He can't manage to get that initiation. Supercharger raised it from XQC, and Netherlands with point control, just holding it down. Crimso going to have to start this fight with the coalescence, but the question is, can Canada off the back of that actually get this flip?
15% left. Crimson needs to respawn. Leading with coalescence. So use that to take down the supercharger. Dance, that's first priority. A10 using Wraith. Cool down using Netherlands. Give up the space to Canada, but they've split. Some of Netherlands are on the right side. Dance, big over for the team. That's an easy pick. This is the opportunity for Canada to retake. They can't lose this fight.
Great awareness by Canada, just kiting out of that potentially too early aggression coming out of the Netherlands. They really punished this. Canada going to retake control of the point and build up a lot of ultimates for their trouble. Now it's the Netherlands' turn to come back and win this fight. At least they have the sound barrier. That was going to get them through the chokes, begin the fight, but it's Canada setting up on the flanks here. The most important thing is how this initiation breaks down right in the choke point. If Canada can keep Netherlands stuck through the chokes, keep them all in those AoEs, that for sure will dominate. But if the Netherlands can explode out, they can turn around and quickly.
Canada have to play this smart. Last time they had control, they lost it almost immediately. From a flash from the Netherlands. Canada didn't have to be able to ready. Sheer four counters with the Death Blossom. As the Netherlands use their and coalescence and resources. Out-heal Canada is their plan. Going to the point. Now they're low. Facility to win two. Canada are completely wiped out. And our men from Canada, the winters are cold, and so are their hopes are taking this first map. The Netherlands surprising everyone here at BlizzCon.
Agility's coming back in for a final touch, but this certainly looks like desperation for Canada. Just the respawns coming in one by one. XQC committing the supercharger, but he's just swarmed by all of the players from the Netherlands. Surfboard battling it out with the supercharger, life stealing up, but there's just no way. It's a 6-on-1 on the point, and the Netherlands take map one. Canada really on the ropes here in the Overwatch World Cup.
And the Netherlands riding the momentum of that win they had against China earlier as they managed to take out XQC and Team Canada in game number 1. When we come back, more of the Overwatch World Cup 2019.
The 2019 Overwatch World Cup is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready. Omen, the official PC and display of the Overwatch World Cup. And by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of the Overwatch World Cup.
Last 2 years, representing France is a huge honor for us. When eSport was recognized in US or in...
So Josh, you going for a drive safe and save discount?
Yep, using the app, driving safe. Wanna go, bro? Do not mess with my discount.
Get a discount up to 30% with Drive Safe and Save.
Every superhero has an origin story. Thus, is the US Navy.
And here are the final moments of the Russia game versus China. Russia, unfortunately for them, not able to stop China in their tracks. While China has had some ups and downs so far, especially in round 2, Reinforce, it seems like they're still continuing to show that prowess.
Absolutely, they've established themselves as a #1 team in Group B, I think we have to say. But this is a bit of a must-win for Russia at this point, I feel like. Russia, they actually have to come back these 2 upcoming maps and actually make a name for themselves in Group B if they want to advance to tomorrow's playoffs.
It is such a tall order, though, because let's look at that Chinese roster. It's so stacked in every single position. It's so hard to outplay them, and their DPS roles have the upper hand right now. Even though Russia's DPS lineup did look good in the previous matches, they don't seem to hold their own against China.
Yeah, and a bunch of games going on right now as well here at the desk. We got South Korea versus Sweden, France versus UK, Netherlands versus Canada, which we saw the tail end of that game. The Netherlands doing very well on Busan to be able to come up with a round win there. We'll see how Canada can bounce back. And then, as we had discussed, China versus Russia. Not in this one, was the United States, which we covered extensively in the last 2 rounds. But here are some of the games that we have here. And Johnny, I'm going to leave this up to you. Where do you want to go?
Well, I'm looking at these matches right now, and it feels like Sweden are actually getting demolished by South Korea so far. South Korea with 2 minutes in the time bank. So I think the UK versus France is going to be the most important match. A bit of a rivalry, as I mentioned, but as well, this is a huge map in Group A as well, because France, they already took down South Korea. If they take down United Kingdom as well, that could earn them a really good seed going into tomorrow.
Yeah, and they look good in their first attack round there. Soon managed to right that payload all the way on that Bastion, and the UK just didn't seem to be able to actually push him off of that leave on the far right, creating that space, rolling into the last point. So far, so good. For France.
Well, we have some French fans in the crowd over there. They got the flag. They're waving it proud. We're going to jump into France versus the UK. Let's take a listen.
Very good hit on your aggression match isn't happening consistently enough to mean that that's a viable strategy. 2 minutes and 17 seconds in the time bank for France now. Kingsborough, rather treacherous place. It's almost a miracle hold on second point there for the UK. We don't normally see too many defenses going through the streets on 2 seconds, but UK, what are they going to do on that offense? They've got to know Leaf's going to be on Spara. Soon, obviously, on the Bastion too. Leaf can play around this hotel as well, especially when you're attacking this, when you're defending this point even. How many ways can you look? Well, there's only one way you can look, right? Especially with Sigma and Wrist Shield. You have to make a rather fast taxi, either under or around and over to where Soon's trying to locate him. So I can imagine he's going to be up on this high ground, or even potentially not actually, I say that. Oh no, okay, so he's going off the other high ground with the mini. But then Leaf is going to be sitting there, right on the side, just punishing this entryway. And we saw it in the last series earlier on today with the Bar, as they get so much free ult charge when the attackers are basically running and throwing themselves over the Bastion. Yeah, and also, Jaws, it's all about rotations as well. If you're planning a long rotation to try and force them a position of the Bastion, that's when Farrah's just free to just throw in all those rockets, like you said, get the ult charge. And for now, France are actually playing together a bit more. Soon is sort of acting as bait right here. Gonna disengage. That's a huge move. That is a huge move from Kib. Immortality killed you super early. You saw FT God always fly into the team of UK. So now UK need to strike before that Immortality kill comes back online again. KSP with a couple of headshots and kill onto Soon already. Stormare is doing their work, and now Team France forcing to use their red super early again. Their tools to stay in this fight are waning right now. And they are. Now UK, they have possession on the point. Leaf needs to make something work here. He has to be a clutch factor, but Soon coming in from the side. Yeah, KSP hopping around that taxi does get taken out. And now Technically taken out next. That window being used really early from FT God to supplement the damage from Soon. Gonna be able to control the point. However, UK basically every tip. FT God and his amplification matrix measures. It was so important. Meant the KSP did not see that damage coming. It was just 900 DPS in his face. You don't got 200 HP as a Hanzo. You're only a shot. The Japanese man not be staying around very long versus that minigun. Leaf now trying to do that with Kid in the sky. Pharmacy versus Pharmacy. A double direct will do it, and that's exactly what happens. Leaf is holding around the hotel. Of course, that can use the backboard basically for that AoE damage. Soon gets hit with the rod. The long range barrage from Kib. A little bit questionable, but he's going to get resurrected. And he does find the kill on Soon. No race for France now. Hit pop Fabric to sustain the team through the oncoming damage. Kib now on the point. He's got so much room to work with. The win of FT God just before he goes down is going to be the only tool that France really have now to supplement the damages. The rest of the tanks are just getting surrounded. They're just killed off one by one by one. KSP needs to continue to take lead. You can see the traces waiting off on the wings, especially trying to bounce them into that. But it looks like France are all gone from this point, Jaws. Going to be a cap. United Kingdom with 2 minutes on the clock. They'll get 2 minutes and 30 extra. About 4 minutes time back to try and complete point B. So long as they can get through this first archway here, it will likely be in their favour. And all of France have got pretty far back spawns. It's going to take a while to coalesce around the defensible area. I'm very happy with United Kingdom's choice of DPS here. Bringing out the Hanzo, I think is a good choice. Question is, what's he going to swap over to if he does want to? Right now, United Kingdom likely a conversation within their team. What do we want to do? France has moved over now onto the Tracer. I think this is going to be a much better way to deal with Boombox on this Yada, who's very vulnerable to a one-clip. Just splash damage as well. Oh my goodness, that was close. Okay, we've also double tapped his head, but now Soon having to recall some of the disasters here. That's play a little bit more defensively, but it doesn't really matter because France laying down that supercharger with the immortality kills. And needs basically everything, and the UK has to back off for now. And the Astro Boombox end up going down. And France are now going to take a nice position on the high ground for Leaf, especially. We talked about it before how Leaf can hover around these buildings and wait for the UK basically to overstep. Well, not even overstep, just try and get to the payload. And then the archway provides just infinite cover for it. Yeah, so much cover. Soon not going to be using any of that. So now we have at the moment just trying to hide, wants to try and get another one of those one clips. Last time it was onto KSP, who's now sort of wants for Reaper. A lot more health to try and deal with. He's already invested himself for. That's it. Oh, there was well. The barrage going to come through. That Ross gets a little bit of it done, but still not enough to save Astro, unfortunately. Resurrection onto Leaf as well. KSP finds the one tap onto Soon, but the window's being used to supplement the damage from Leaf. The grasp up in the air, and that should be it for another push from the UK. Christian is going to get used, although I thought that might cancel the grasp, although it didn't in the end. But the problem with UK, once again, is trying to deal with Leaf high in the sky. UK having ball out, KSP finds himself alone in this alley, going up against Psychosis. He will get the kill, Jaws. Yeah, coalescence there coming through from Boombox to navigate the rest of the team around the payload. France had nowhere to go. Was permanently in the sidelines, everybody was bunched up. Now UK can finally get a movie again. France got one more hope to defend. As soon as it's getting a bit extra time to play, comes around for Rosie from Whiteboard. And there United Kingdom decided to go for Willing North Pharmacy, and we're just going to try and overrun Tech 36, and it seems to have worked out a lot better for them. But there isn't so much threat coming through from the Bastion with demand attention like a Reaper does. Now Soon's going back over onto that Bastion. Knows United Kingdom having a lot more trouble dealing with this. Kid hit with a long range Christian. Forced to use his ice block. He can't get aggressive now. He doesn't have back out of jail free. Soon back from the Bastion's pretty scary there, but you say so myself. 3 meters now remain. UK still need to touch this. And
make sure France are pushed away, leaving now with the barrage in the back line. They're going to have to be careful. They send out the Hulk, now this is going to be trouble. He's going to get dealt with position, but Astro's going to go down. KSP already on retreat. The UK know they haven't got the cooldowns really to deal with Leap right now. The aggression's going to come out, does miss, and Specs a little bit trapped. His health bar's going to be fed into the old banks of France if he's not careful. 4.5 minutes, Jaws. It quickly dissipated. 1 minute and 16 seconds remain. France looks to be very set for this next fight. A supercharger on the barrage will get rid of one person very quickly, especially if you can catch Boombox. Midway through his coalescence. Fast to play right now for Leap. Wait until reconnaissance comes out. Fade isn't available. Easy clap. Put the barrage on top of him. Get rid of that ultimate. Get that pick away. And then you're relying on Funny Astro. So he wants to sustain everyone. And does he want to use that sandbar at that point? There's only time for 1 or 2 more fights. Okay, Scott was at the classic skill basically getting 3 blizzards. There's the beat KSP from the heavens. Isn't going to be able to find a position to use their crossing just yet. The chance of supercharger ends up instantly going down. Big now with the barrage high in the sky. Kills off fusions and specs. The coalescence can't even take him out. Eden's getting pocketed. Soon the backline's going to get frozen, but the rest of the team are going to be able to calm them around him. This is going to be it really. There's 28 seconds now remaining for the UK to attack. France making this stand on second point. Chubbs' position was so good. They was in the corner with a supercharger who was keeping the card contested. UK, they need to bring their heads together. It's not looking good for them. 15 seconds remaining. They're moving into the tank form. You know that Tech 36 is going to have this Gravitic Flux so quickly. An early pick is exactly what UK need. But they don't really have the power for it, though. They don't have long range damage. Only if kicking it a headshot. Specs, you've got to do that flux of a lifetime, buddy. The OG's now ticking down. UK have got a couple of bolts online. The rock onto him, but Leaf is still alive. Specs goes down. KSP has to get a miracle over here, but already has to use a rainfall. He's now in danger. UK can still touch his payload. Nicely placed. They've got kind of straight on top of the barrage. Leaf, he knew it was coming. France burning down the OT. The UK fall on second point and tie the series at 1 apiece. It will all be decided on Escort now. France coming back after.
France has managed to turn things around as we're going to be all tied up going into Gibraltar. We'll be right back with the Overwatch World Cup 2019.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of BlizzCon. Facebook Gaming, a world of play. Samsung SSD, performance gamers trust. Corsair, do your thing. And by NVIDIA.
It's now time for the T-Mobile fan pulse. Let's see what fans are saying as his hand really grasps onto this phone. And it seems like we got, wow, I didn't realize how much I missed Matt, Mr. X, and Ubershot. Really? Come on, no tweet from me. They're so mean. Why can't I get any love? Okay, there you go.
Tweets?
Yeah, where's our tweets? You know, this is my yearly Rockets playing Anna in the Overwatch World Cup 2019. Gives me life tweet.
Yeah, he's a bit of a veteran at this point. He's got numerous World Cup lineups, so pretty interesting to see Rockets back for the United States.
Yeah, and then some love for the French Overwatch team as well. You know, you got a squad of some contenders players playing alongside Overwatch League players. It's always great to see this mixture of talent coming from all different tiers of competition in competitive Overwatch.
Yeah, we can't stress that enough. It's so nice to see new faces on this stage doing well against established players and teams even. So it's a great opportunity for everyone to, you know, get their name on the radar of everyone else.
Yeah, and we were sitting here on the desk and we were not trash talking, but we were underrating France by many means, and now they're actually turning
I've never
up.
said
They're looking really impressive. So you were with me. You were criticizing France. So this is really impressive coming out.
Some choice words. Just saying. You know, I'm just letting our French fans know in the crowd.
We're trying to win the crowd back.
Yeah, we're trying to win you guys back so you can stick with us the whole time. There you go, right there. Pretty awesome stuff. Well, speaking of new faces, unfortunately, it's not going that well for the new faces of Team Sweden because they are going up against South Korea, and this was the result of that Kings Row game there. As you can tell, I mean, already, like, just South Korea, the way that they play, the command of the map.
Don't be so pessimistic. Okay, we need some Swedish optimism, some kindness in the room. Okay. Sweden, they played against the United States in the first round, and now they've taken on South Korea. Not going too well, but you know, it's not over yet. You're still going to play the 2 other teams in the group, of course, so they can still make it out. I'm remaining an optimist until they're actually out.
Yes.
But yeah, it's South Korea wins on your screen, and it's not going good for them.
And just so you know as well, the next game that Sweden will play is against a very hot France right now. So
I believe. Please.
Yes. He's trying to keep the hope alive, baby. It isn't looking
He's
good.
really behind his stuff.
I respect that, honestly. I mean, look, when the United States inevitably get boomed and we end up not winning, because you know it's happened every year at this point. I'm just being a realistic individual.
USA has gone out in the quarters all 3 years of the World Cup, so
exactly. It's been made so that this way they can make it to the last day. Look at that. We're getting there. The story's working. Okay, the script is on track. All right, so now we have a few more games going on right now. So I'll let you pick. Where would you like to go?
I would really love to take a look at Russia going up against China. China just went with the blistering point A cap and then just continued rolling. Russia didn't quite manage to stop them anywhere during the streets phase, but now coming up onto the last point, they start to kind of, you know, like get it back together and are actually getting those crucial picks right now. Shadowburn is doing a lot of work on that May, so let's see if China can actually break it down.
I'm always a fan of seeing Shadowburn play Overwatch, so let's go ahead and take a look at Russia versus China. Hop in with the commentary.
Doofus Reaper, they have to play more aggressive than this. Big Bionade comes down to the Swedish tank line again, counteracted onto South Korea. Now we're starting to see the super just being unloaded, unpacked. Sweden force South Korea to back off around the corner. They're only buying a little time, but here comes the engage. Architect, the Nano boost the barrage. He finds one kill onto Rat. Will not find any more, but Carpe is perfectly happy to clean up the rest of the players with these long sight lines, able to collect a kill here, there, and everywhere.
Enormous plays from Architect. Mana was so weak, they were focused on killing the tank line, but Choyobin runs in and buys space with his kinetic grasp, and then a Nano boosted Architect cleans everyone off the field. Epps not quite quick enough with the immortality. And now full scale.
little bit of an audio thing that we got to make sure that we adjust there. But we just saw China continuing to just slay the beast there, known as Russia, doing a really good job in that one. Johnny, your thoughts?
Absolutely. And I do want to give a bit of an update as well. We have the Netherlands versus Canada going up as well. A lot of XQC fans in the building, they want to know how he's doing. Well, right now, Canada is up against the wall against the Netherlands. They lost their first match, of course, against Russia, but now they're in overtime on King's Row against the Netherlands. It's not looking great for Canada. They could go down 0-2 in Group E.
But Shore4 is coming in clutch right now as we speak, getting that 3K on his Reaper and maybe potentially actually managing to get that payload.
I don't know if that was Shore4. I think it was Tazumi.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm pretty sure. You know, okay,
Listen.
you got to stop with the shenanigans here, Johnny, okay? You know, like, my boomer mind can't keep up with this. Have fun with
Just
it.
some anime thing.
Yes, well, you know what? We're going to go to Canada. They're making the miracle push here in King's Row. Let's see if they can do it. Can Canada beat the Netherlands? Or, at the very least, try and get back into this match?
I mean, Netherlands, it'll be tough to even get a free contest on third point. These overtime pushes are so dangerous in Overwatch with that impact to overtime spawn.
Netherlands gotta get back quick. They got a touch. A few more meters to go. The Maywall is there to give them some extra protection. Sure, to the back. He's blocked. He can be punished. Waits back into safety. Coalescence first from Tri-Spear. Canada gonna mirror that as well. Still, in overtime, you can't afford to lose anyone. You have to finish the map if you want another chance. But taking care of Jonah. Big success here for Canada. Taking care of the tank. This should be the end of the Netherlands, but they have a Blizzard to lead Wesley here. They do. Facility throws it out. Can they turn this fight around?
It's gonna be a big risk for the Netherlands. Already down 2. Blizzard freezes. No, takes it down, but that's just not enough. There's too many players alive for Team Canada. They will get time back in the clock, ending that overtime of hell that they somehow survive. So Team Canada still in this fight, still battling it out with fans at home. Sure, for Agility's holding dominance over this high ground. This is gonna be a tough position to retake as you return from that last point.
Almost overtime for the point. Overtime for point B. You need to step up your game, Canada. Down 1 in the series. As you see, Supercharger Sure with a death blossom. Behind high ground. Team drop down like a helicopter and takes care of the Netherlands. Canada getting closer, looking down the barrel of point C.
The Netherlands feel like they're falling apart here, Canada, with that first huge comeback fight, but now Netherlands not playing as well as we're expecting from them throughout the rest of the series. So Canada trying to snowball forward. It's possible that after all that strife, they might somehow cap with a better time than the Netherlands.
Canada have barrier to have Gravik Plus. Netherlands are going to initiate first, pulling the trigger. Canada surviving, responding with their own Gravik Plus. They've shown Netherlands to the left side. They keep pushing this card. They can sneak this one through. Dan has a Supercharger, and Sure can deal with it, but pushed away. Jonah, step last with 2. Netherlands keeping this one alive. Canada, 20 seconds left. We'll have to probably stop reset. They'll have one last chance.
I don't even know if they'll have that. I mean, there's no way they can win that fight once Jonah has gotten those pickups. So close to his own spawn. The Reaper is just deadly in those stagger fights. Now the Netherlands, I love the way they're playing this. Staying on card. They know that someone from the Canada side will basically have to go die to keep the game going. It's Agility's and Bounty sliding in. Can't let this fight work.
Now Canada set up. Got their 6 people behind the shield. Agility's with flank against Facility. Jonah flanking. FCC needs to stay alive. They need to heal him up. Coalescence first from Tri-Spear. The resources dumped into the Netherlands. Respawn. Facility will come back to the strike. No DPS left for the Netherlands. Canada need to out-survive this. Make a miracle happen. It's overtime. But now you're going up against a barrier. Sure4 can't do enough damage against the sustain of the Netherlands. Canada falling their way through. Supercharger. Mines. They have the advantage. But Bruce with the Gravik Plus. But Canada don't care. They're about to push. This payload through in overtime.
Insane comeback from Team Canada. No, coming back in the Hammond and somehow charging a minefield in just one fight. Such huge plays coming up from everybody. Agility's shutting down his counterpart in the Zilly. Wow, so many insane plays there. After the Netherlands had that map locked up near back there on second point, we think the overtime started right at the choke of second point, but the Netherlands slipping up in those crucial moments. And maybe the experience from the Canadian side showing through here. These are Overwatch League tested players. They know what it's like to play under these high pressure scenarios on land with all everything on the line really. So, you know, maybe that's the fact that they're able to keep calm and collected, especially a player like Sure4, known for having ice in his veins in those critical moments. So important without those clutch comebacks. I mean, Canada would have been out, potentially even out of the tournament here.
They only had a minute 30 to push to point C, and they actually did it. Against Netherlands with Coalescence in barrier at the start of the fight. That should have been their time to win the fight quick. Canada, the fact that they stayed cool and collected, like you said, only 22 seconds separates these two teams, and that's not that big of a difference.
Especially with that very wacky comp coming in from Team Canada. No, having to go back to the Hammond just to get the recontest, but somehow they make it work. Sure4 outlasting them in a long fight. Now both teams back to the strategic drawing board. This does change things with limited time on the clock. There's more room to bring out a wacky strategy. Just wins you one fight. Sometimes that's really all you need. Jonah with the Netherlands sticking with the same strategy. Same thing that worked for them and brought them nearly overtime in this first point defense.
Yeah, running it down with Ryan is that could defeat the plan quick when you only got a minute left. This neutral fight's so important. Unless Canada loses quick, see if they can get the full charge. Really looking at this Coalescence. They need from Crimson. He's getting it quick. FCC's kind of by himself. He's surrounded by Jonah. He's right behind him. So much healing is coming out from Crimson. But FCC is so close to die. One shield down for Canada.
XQC does fall, but it's not for free. Netherlands losing to Lucio. Someone on Team Canada, though, has to produce more of this. Rizzo will just run away with the game on the side of the Netherlands. Sure4 staying on the flank, staying aggressive. Zilly does work the race for. But it's no, turn it on the enemy Rizzo. FCC will be back to a big respawn advantage for Canada.
Tri-Spear with the Coalescence off the healing for the Netherlands. Canada still pushing the envelope, but they're losing their DPS. Rotate with 3. The Netherlands fighting back against Canada. 10 seconds. FCC can't die here.
There's no way for him to survive this onslaught. Netherlands knows they're in dominant position. Bonnie forced to dive forward just to get this overtime rolling, but he'll probably pay with his life for the privilege. Agility's on the high ground, but with 1 HP, he can't outgo it whatsoever. They're just dying just to keep this point going. Somebody has to find a way to open this up, but it's all the Netherlands on the point. Jonah with the dead loss. This has to be the end for Team Canada's offense.
Somebody else left for the Netherlands. Canada, in 1 minute, will not be able to get nada from their first attack. But again, when you only have a minute to attack, this exposes every mistake from both the defense and the offense, and we just saw more from Canada.
Yeah, great stuff with the Maywalls again from Vasily. This time choosing a new location to cut Team Canada in half. XQC doing a great job dancing around with that fortify, staying alive as long as he can, but ultimately the trades just favor the Netherlands. In these long fights, they're so good at utilizing the May to just freeze and force the players of Team Canada back. Even if you can't get that full freeze, you know, the Doomfist, the Reaper, they have to run away when you threaten that stun. You know, it will just kill them from both if you can actually get the full freeze. So Vasily doing well on the May, just as he did on the Doomfist, showing his flexibility, showing why he's a permanent starter for his team.
Remember, guys, this is a 3-map set. Canada don't win here. A drawing would be great, most favorable thing for them. But if they lose, Netherlands will be up by 2. And the series will make Canada down 0-2 in group stage. Not a place you want to be when only 3 move on.
Definitely.
Just an update for all of you guys here that you have UK and France currently in a decider game here, where France getting 2 points to watch point Gibraltar, but it all comes down to this for Canada versus the Netherlands. Let's jump back over to see if the Canadians can hold against the Dutch.
And they just take the fight up. Sure4 setting up for precisely that sort of play.
Symmetra to get them out of the doors quicker, but Far, I mean, Vasily, known for being an incredible flexible player, but Far is also outstanding. And Canada haven't dealt with that quite yet. Hold it down. Netherlands take us cover.
Netherlands confident in their standard Reaper Doom strategy. Sure4 though, they haven't scouted him yet. They maybe don't realize he's here. He could take somebody important down. Huge whip from XQC.
Oh, Dan was so close to dying, and Sure4 had the right target, but it's okay. He goes back into safety. Canada taking a step back. Netherlands pressing the advantage, taking the space, taking it out. Agility, Sure4 punish. Doesn't able to get that kill. No DPS for Canada. Netherlands 33% away for taking a series against Canada.
Netherlands making it look easier on offense. What a dominant point A taking to end this overtime round. You know, it was back and forth throughout the map. Canada somehow clutching that first offense, but in the overtime round is all the Netherlands. What impressive stuff from them, taking down the Overwatch League veterans. Canada thought to muster all of their experience
Against Canada, but let's jump on over to the rivalry of UK versus France and see who comes out on top in this decider.
The accretion has spotted out. Thanks to that, Sonic Arrow, he knows that Leaf is aware of his presence, and FD God's ready to bring out that engagement matrix. Someone finds himself in front soon. We're going to rotate around to the other side. And of course, the uselessness of that ultimate. Oh, dear, Smegs. Dicing with death right now as Leaf goes for the 1v1. Well, I say 1v1. Kim stays back as well. Window's been used by FD God too. UK just having such a hard time moving around this corner. And now Immortality kill being thrown out soon. And this is UK's chance. They destroy it and maybe they pick off soon, but he's getting so much support. It's a little bit unbelievable. Plus they have time to move around as well. Although I say that, the influx coming out soon, lifted up into the sky, taken out eventually, accretion onto the enemy Sigma as well. Finally, France's defense is going to get taken out as UK do push the payload underneath this big archway, but issue is right now for France. Yeah, not only have they burn half the time back, they still get another defense and Leaf has barrage. Now, actually 2 defenses as well, depending on how fast they move in. 2 minutes on the clock, couple of ults as well. Soon, Widowmaker going up against Kib. Kib's going to have to try and go for solo barrage potentially, but he cannot be caught in this small area, otherwise he will be demolished. Soon back on his own, Widowmaker as well. KSP finds a nice edge kill. Now rushing back, there we go, Kib and KSP fitting the kill feed. France didn't see that one coming, and UK will end up capping this first point. 4 minutes in the time back now to move through the hangar. Will soon swap over from this Widowmaker. This is one of the greatest points of Widowmaker in the history of Overwatch. We've seen so many clips on the hangar of Watchpoint Gibraltar. Taimu sniping between boxes to get headshots in ways that many would consider unbelievable beyond the mechanics of the game. Only the mechanics of one finish sniper. KSP has got this on lock. They're going to have to go through the low ground instead, make sure they avoid what's coming in from the top. Kim's going to rain down the shores. Low on ultimates at the moment. The next fight may well be vanilla only as Soon's going to back out. Oh, with a single arrow. Yeah, damage boost. However, Soon does get resurrected. The creatures try and stop the oncoming onslaught of France and Soon finds the one kill onto KSP. Almost the perfect entry here for France to defend. Now they can hold these doors as well. Smex is going to get killed off. Pretty easy there, but now France are in a very good position to hold these choke points. Soon has been absolutely monster on Tracer. Definitely pick anything I see today, I'm not gonna lie. Soon is pretty happy to play this against Barra as well because his engagement range for maximum damage has been expanded to 13 meters rather than just 10. So if he gets onto slightly high ground, he can deal a lot of damage onto that Barra, especially if Barra's getting low. Trying to hit those quick directs without much projectile travel time. Take 36 to be caught out here. Has this remaining clutch ready to go. He's playing aggressive to try and get reward. Hits already down, so France can make a big play. We say that. He just get resurrected for that. Gave UK enough time to take down Chubbs in that engagement with Tech 36 and every up in the air and Smex and Kid at a train. Like, this is so bad still for the UK. Chubbs going to have to come back with that supercharger available to him as well. And they're still going to get another defense. Time on his side. He has been isolated now by the Dragon Strike. Tactical there by KSP, but they still haven't killed Kid. He's got a bonus healing from that Volley Grenade Jaws. Beautiful little hold there, but it's not going to come of much. And now Chubbs could just walk around this corner, just wait for that supercharger set up, and then fusions. He's going to have to make a play, maybe try and destroy it. There's a flood to the supercharger. Yeah, not around the corner at all. Down the boost on the Tech 36. FD God gets taken out of the sky almost. Smex just running over it. He still gets the res off. Chubbs is going to come back into this fight and soon finds the kill onto the May. France still holding on to this point. Smex may have found the kill onto Tech 36. Boombox for the transcendence in the back. France not out of the woods just yet. UK is still going to be able to regather their forces onto the payloads, but France is still going to get another defense. Anzo, Tracer, what game am I watching right now? Leaf's going to wait for that to get help come up, or it's going to be FD God coming in towards him. Still, this heart needs to move towards Hunt. 1 minute and 30 seconds remains right now for UK to get through the second point, and soon, point it back. This is exactly what UK needs. Yeah, double DPS now, 10 for France. UK can now move forward with immunity almost. Chubbs taking so low, the Discord is just doing so much work. Boombox back on an old favourite of his. KSP takes out Chubbs in the end. A minute remains for the UK. France are bleeding, but Leaf comes out of nowhere and dunks on KSP. He gets traded out, but it's actually going to be enough because now actually Soon's back in the fray. Cruz gets the resurrection off luckily, and they managed to pin in Chubbs against this wall, but Soon's still finding picks. How? A Tracer in this meta, you call him crazy, but he's still making it work. The UK are finally dealing with the rest of France, ignoring Soon almost. And now he's got 2 back. He's got 2 kills as well. Hip's going to get a bye, but it kills Smex. 30 seconds out for the UK. It's all falling apart, Jaws. Giving them the tactical crouch, a little bit of revenge. All the way back from Busan. Soon and Leaf on the most clutch heroes. He's getting him a 1-punch, they're getting him a punches. There's not enough time for UK to react. They've got themselves a blizzard. They put KSP on the Reaper. Cruz is onto that Lucio. Everything for UK has really been changed up. They've given up 3 ultimates thus far. They've got to make it work. They've got to put people down into a blizzard, try and combine these ultimates. Tech 36 can try and scupper their hopes though. Coalescence not available for Boombox. They've got any support ultimates at all. FD God sending himself sky high. Leaf starts out the Black League Boombox. UK, but no heals left. Leaf's going to find it. He won't even take his Kib's ult. This is going to be it. France in a blink of an eye. Kill off the UK. Cruz trying to make it work. Killing off Soon. He gets a little bit of revenge. Just going fusions, keeping everybody up and maybe well behind his shield. It was only good for 1 this time around. The supercharger wasn't enough. And France are going to bleed UK dry and take the series 2-1. United Kingdom came in with a lot of confidence, and France started the day very poorly, but then they struck back. They took down South Korea. They've taken down...
Ladies and gentlemen, France managed to pick up yet another huge win here. I can't believe it. Zoe, you seem like a real happy camper right now.
Oh man, I am beyond myself. This was fantastic. It was a great performance by actually both teams. I do think that UK had many great fights in there too, but we have to give it to France. That was phenomenal play. Once more, we're seeing Soon and the Tracer, and I mean, he was really annoying and doing really well on that hero, forcing the UK to delegate their resources and shutting him down, and that left all the space in the world for Leaf on his signature hero Doomfist to go at it.
Yeah, and it always comes back to the DPS players of France. I think Leaf and Soon, they're performing so well right now, and they shouldn't really be able to pull this off either. This is not the meta. No one plays Tracer anymore in Grandmaster in top 500, so they're really doing something special here, and I'm so excited to see this France team do so well. And UK down 0-2 now after losing to South Korea as well. Group A is so interesting after this result.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. I mean, to quote a great philosopher, that was a bold move, Cotton, and apparently it paid off. So we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more coverage here of the Overwatch World Cup. See you soon.
BlizzCon 2019 is brought to you by T-Mobile. Their newest signal goes farther than ever, and it's built 5G ready. Intel, the official CPU partner of BlizzCon. Cisco, the official networking partner of BlizzCon. And by HyperX. We're all gamers.
welcome back everyone to the Overwatch World Cup 2019. Golden Boy alongside Reinforce here, so we're taking a sabbatical. We all need a bit of a break. Yeah, it's true. So 2 to 4 hits.
I can still cheer for France if you need me to.
I mean, you can do whatever you want because clearly you can't really cheer for Sweden because it ain't looking good. I'm just saying. I mean, like, F's in the chat. Am I wrong? Like,
you want this to be wrong? That's like I walk away.
Listen here. There's one thing where I thrive in. It's when I am on stage by myself addressing these amazing people here at BlizzCon.
Shame on you.
So easy. So I didn't get that side to cheer all that much, but we'll get to that
There's
later.
like a Swedish jersey over there.
Oh, that's why.
Part of the arena.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sweden, turn up. Let's go. That's what's up.
I'll never decide right now. It's not going well.
All right. So let's take a look at the standings here. United States currently going to be up. They have not played in round number 3. Bear that in mind. But a few of the shakeups that we've seen here: France getting that win against South Korea, and now getting the win against the United Kingdom. That puts them in 3rd place. South Korea still going to be in that 2nd place position, though.
Yeah, and keep in mind the format as well. The top 3 teams qualify for tomorrow's bracket. So United Kingdom and Sweden, they're currently out. They need to step up, get some wins. Otherwise, they're not going to make it to tomorrow. And you want to be in the big arena where StarCraft is at right now. That's what it's all about.
That's right. And the bottom 2 teams just get yeeted on out of here. So that's it. Yeeted. Just
You, of course, team.
Are you out of your mind? He's not.
Going to make it to tomorrow. And you want to be in the big arena where StarCraft.
There is no light here. You came to the darkness for knowledge.
Going to make it to tomorrow. And you want to be in the big arena where StarCraft.
You so much, Golden Boy. All right, we are now joined here at the Dance by Esports Global Director Sam Braithwaite for BlizzCon Esports.
Hello, hello.
What's going on? So let's jump right into it. We got opening ceremony here. Let's talk StarCraft. We have Cyril, who's had some back-to-back wins. What do you think we're going to be looking forward to?
Yeah, so what's actually cool about StarCraft is StarCraft actually kicked off last week for the opening weekend Seoul. It's the 16 best players in the world competing for $600,000. We have 8 players coming from the GSL circuit.
Otherwise, they're not going to make it tomorrow. And you want to be in the big arena where StarCraft.
Very balanced now. It feels like that's just fun. Watching the first 9 community ever. Now we're here. We have what, 7 games here by competition.
Please welcome Game Director of Diablo, Luis Moriga.
Good morning, BlizzCon! It is so very good to be here.
Please welcome
I want to thank all of you for coming, and a big thank you to Blizzard Cinematics for starting things off the right way this week. I know you all want to hear about the game, so let's get to it. Good morning, BlizzCon! Darkness, World, and Legacy. It is so very good to be here. I want to thank all of you for coming, and a big thank you to Blizzard Cinematics for starting things off the right way. Whether it's the art, I know you all want to hear about the game, so let's so very good to be here. I want to thank all of you for coming, and a big thank you to Blizzard Cinematics for starting things off the right way. Diablo 4 is dark. I know you all want to hear about the game, so let's get to it. Diablo 4 is darkness. It's swirling blood and gore, elements of world symbols. First thing you will know, Diablo 4 is all the cinematics are knowing that victories of Fran's team are guaranteed. Whether it's the art side of the story, or the 4 elements that we've embraced, the first thing you will know is that it'll be blood and gore, is that we are going to have symbols, also super important. More important, Diablo 4 will be victories only seen clean as guaranteed sanctuary. We hope you're as excited about this as we are. Glimpses. It'll mean blood and gore, it'll mean occult symbols and rituals. With Diablo 4 World, but also super victories of Fran's team are guaranteed. We hope you're excited about Diablo 4. Glimpses have enthralled us and crowned our imagination that emerged from the coast. Then we have Diablo 4 open the world of Diablo 4. We've only seen glimpses every character, every time, glimpses of the world around undead, diverged from the coast and medieval version. Diablo 4 the world of comfort and hills above us, and as we go deeper and deeper into the steps below. The world is also how you'll experience round undead and medieval areas that coast finds enemy brutal goat camps and friendly towns like hills above us. Also, as we go deeper and deeper, it's also how you'll experience race of our game. It is there that you'll find enemy versions who choose to do so, murder each other in PvP zones, players to interact with. Whether it's the world is also how you'll experience most of our game. Choose to do so, that you will murder each other in PvP zones alike. Whether it's the essential threat where you'll find players to interact, or the classic trade with them lineup. Finally, Legacy still choose to do so, murder each other in PvP zones, or the classic class lineup. The best in class is still inspired by Diablo 3 that we're still enjoying. Or Legacy. But this is something visceral of Diablo Conference. The classic class lineup. If you are new to we are still inspired by Diablo 3. Or if you are new to class visceral from Diablo 3 that we still enjoy. If you're a long-time fan, we are approaching a new thing. This week game developed on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One RPG. Developed on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. If you're a long-time fan, on that note, this is the game you can win. On that note, I submit one out for you. First class at Diablo 4. Developed on PC, PlayStation 4, and Barbarian 4, along with our first 3 classes. The Barbarian, how you feeling? On that note, we want to offer you a first glance at Diablo 4, along with the Barbarian, the Barbarian, on behalf of everyone on the Diablo 4 team, to share with us our player now, to share Diablo 4 gameplay trailer, and the Diablo 4 gameplay trailer. On behalf of everyone on the Diablo 4 team, it is our absolute pleasure now to share with you the world premiere of the Diablo 4 gameplay trailer.
When I think about what I'm most
That is amazing. That is positive power of the leader.
But I know these girls. They tell us the future. What is going to tell us the future?
Alright, how'd you guys like that first look? We have a super exciting next couple days ahead of us. Our panels, how'd you guys like that first look into the features, the systems, the world, and art of Diablo 4, starting with an unveiled panel. We have the opening ceremony on the super exciting next couple days ahead of us. We have panels where we're going to go deeper into the features, and therefore we've been able to bring a little bit of the art of Diablo 4. Starting with an unveiled look right after opening demo, playable this game on the floor today, right now. The team's been working super hard on the game. We hope you have as much fun playing it as we did making it. And once again, on behalf of the game team, a very thank you all, and see you in a demo, playable on the floor today, right now. Please welcome Game Director of World of Warcraft. We hope you have as much fun playing it as we did making it. And once again, on behalf of the game team, thank you all, and see you in hell.
Daughter. No.
What about the coin?
Please welcome Game Director of World of Warcraft, Ian Hazakostas.
To say.
This is forbidden. This is summoning. I cannot speak.
Alright, where are you?
Leave this place.
Alliance, let me hear you!
Maybe
Proton, Terran,
or two more.
Third. Heroes of the Storm. Legends of the Tavern. Heroes of Overwatch. And soon, battle of Minions of Hell in Diablo 4, the brave souls of Sanctuary. It feels really great to be able to say the word Diablo 4 out loud. Code names when we're working on games, and we train ourselves not to reference the real name. And so we're able to kind of come out and say Diablo 4. Feels like with it. Diablo 4. They had Diablo 4. Come for you to make sure that reveal Diablo 2 just said good look at the darkest picture. Along with it. Are you out of your mind? He's not going to make it. What else is here for us? At BlizzCon, or Baker's Dozen BlizzCon, lucky number 13. We see BlizzCon as a place where Blizzard communities can have a home. Like a home. Great to stay our home too, because it's all grown up playing. It's like Monster. Maybe a lot of 20 years. This year, for the very first time, we set up something on that way. And celebrate the games and the communities that we have. We're excited to debut the Blizzard Arcade in Albany.
Speak the words.
Not as a key.
Blizzard Arcade has a old school arcade. Gather with friends, play a game, experience brilliant things.
It says the blood of the willing goes
For the very first time, rock and roll racing,
by the blood
Blackthorn,
of the willing.
and the Lost Vikings. Never experienced the game before. Have. Arcade. Really, really hard.